Boom. And just like every other time, we are back. My name's Charbel, Milan. Today we got...
ALEXIS, Montoya.
William Rivera.
Agent DOOLEY.
And I guess we're back, episode 2 of the series. Just a quick moment for anybody who's coming on the audio platforms. If you guys just want to put, face to name, name to face, check us out on YouTube. Check out the description on any audio platform for links to YouTube. And just really, just to feel more involved. But other than that, if you're on YouTube and you just want to slide over to the audio platforms, you're welcome to do that as well. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, really anywhere. You can check us out. But episode 2 of the series... Started off with a shot.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Let them know what we got today, though.
Oh, yeah. Let them know what the sponsor
Today.
is.
We got the Crown Apple. All right, bro.
Oh, wow. Well,
That's tough.
I think we're gonna have to start showcasing the bottle in the beginning.
Yeah.
So we can start getting the liquor
We need some
sponsorships.
sponsorships.
You feel
Yeah,
me?
so Crown Roy for watching this, man. Yo, man. We'll give you half off the first sponsorship. And
Our
let's do it, man.
Quavo just came out with that new liquor. So
Oh, where's so Quavo? Hit us up, man.
hey, man. So I know we asked for questions. We still haven't come up with a name yet, but, we're free-flowing. But
Yeah.
I know we got, a bunch of questions that you got on your side. So if you just want to start off with that.
Yeah, man. So like I said, we have some questions for you guys, or we allowed you guys to ask some questions. And let's see. So the first one is from Geraldo, right? This
Yeah.
man, what is this man doing?
pouring up more.
He's
Waiting
insane.
Go for it. Come
Anyway,
on, bro.
so the first question is from Geraldo. What are you doing? What are you doing right now to prepare for a solid 2021?
a good question.
I guess I'll go ahead and start off, or you want to start? Or?
yeah, go for it,
Go
bro.
ahead.
Bet. So what am I doing to prepare for a solid 2021? I mean, the biggest thing that I guess I'm doing is just adapting. When COVID hit, just adapting to, kind of being like a fortune teller, thinking, okay, what are the next 3 months going to look like? And how can I change my business today so when that time comes, I'm not scrambling trying to get stuff together? So for example, in my perspective field in real estate, I think that, or I know that it's a seller's market right now. I know that anything is selling. So what I'm doing now is I'm trying to do my flips now, do them quick, cosmetic, and instead of doing these big jobs that may take 6 months and take us till next February, I'm trying to do these 2-3 month jobs, sell them by December, and kind of get it over for the next year. So right now, instead of doing big, huge full rehabs, we're doing more cosmetic rehabs where we can get in and get out, especially because the permit office is down because no one's working right now. So getting permitting for adding square footage is super difficult, and it takes a lot of time. So we're adjusting our business to, kind of adjust with the times. And right now we know that the permitting is down. It's not going to do full rehabs. We need cosmetic rehabs, get in and get out. So really just planning 3 months ahead, writing down our goals, and making sure that, we're especially in real estate, which is a pipeline type business, that we're doing our follow-ups for 3 months ahead.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Yeah, so for me, I think for 2021, I don't know why. Y'all can let me know in the comments if you're like this too, but for me, it's hard to picture what 6 months away looks like, or 3 months away looks like. I'm more of a dude that I'm trying to conquer this week or this day or this month before I even think about what's moving forward. I mean, of course I have 6 months goals and 5-year goals and all that, but mainly for 2021, I guess is I've been working with a team. So I got Geraldo, who asked this question. I'm pretty sure it's the same
with 2
Geraldo,
Rs,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, so me and him have been working together on a lot of content. I got a lot of ED merch that I'm planning to release in 2021. Re-recording the whole program, just making it more professional. I talked to you guys about the planner that we're coming out for us, that we're releasing. So I'm designing a e-commerce planner, e-commerce agenda, and it's going to come out just in time for the new year. So that's a big project that we're working on, and really just working on more marketing for e-com degree as e-commerce becomes a growing market. I know more and more people every day are interested about, doing e-commerce. So I just want to make sure that I'm basically the front person that they see when they inquire about making money online.
So for me, getting ready for 2021, I'm almost just like Will. It's very hard to like plan 6 months ahead. For me, obviously, like, you know, you have your goals, but you just never know what you're gonna come to. You never know what's gonna happen. So it's kind of hard. But right now I'm really just focusing on building a team for my business, trying to get out content as soon as possible. I linked up with Geraldo, and he put together like this whole planner for like what I need to do. So like that helped out a lot.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah, no, shout out Geraldo, bro.
He's
Like,
the GOAT, bro.
And he's
way
gonna do
he-
some work for this podcast as well.
bro, he's so organized, and like his work is like quality. But yeah, shout out Geraldo. I'm working with him now. I'm getting out my merch. I actually just went to the warehouse today. That's going to be dropping soon. I'm building my affiliate team, so that way in 2021 I can kind of like put focus to, you know, other ventures I want to get into. But other than that, I mean, that's how I'm getting prepared for 2021. I know it's kind of like difficult, especially like with times like this. You don't really know what can happen, so you just got to adjust.
Exactly, I agree, man. This is hard. Like, it's like life changes every 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Like I didn't know I would be where I'm at today
Yeah.
6 months ago. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because there's so many opportunities that we come across, and you might
Like,
find one you go to,
you
and it
probably
takes your
didn't
life to
know
a different
you were going
situation.
to LA.
yeah, bro, stuff like that is just like,
Yeah,
it's just whatever.
Yeah, so you try to plan, but at the end of the day, opportunities
can't.
come and you take them. You know, when you're building a business, you know, my real estate, whatever, I had to be more organized because I have a team or whatnot.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know, like,
It's honestly hard to be organized
Yeah,
as an
it-
entrepreneur.
yeah,
like,
it's hard, but it's key. But sometimes if you're just good at going with the flow, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, and building something from nothing, you know, you can always just kind of be successful. And that's the beautiful thing, you know. So let's see. So that's the first question. Let's go to number 2. This was from Luke_Blow, BLOUGH. Hopefully that's spelled it right. Please talk about your credit and how you'll use it for business and travel hacking.
oh, that's a
Travel
good one.
hacking.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I actually used to do a bunch of, you know, credit hack or travel hacking consultations or whatever. And, you know, I was really big into credit, and I still am. But, you know, when I learned like about credit, it changed my whole life, bro. Like, even to this day, like, I don't use my debit card, you know? So, and I don't even really give up the sauce or whatever. But how I use my credit card is I basically use it for everything. So I don't use my debit card at all, right? So I have about $45,000 worth of credit on my favorite card is American Express. They give you around 10 to 20 grand if you have good credit. And so for me, it's like, why would I use, because really the golden rule is to stay under 30% utilization. So for example, if I have $10,000 and I spend $3,000, that means I'm at 30%. You know, since I have around 45,000, that means like if I spent 15,000, I'd be at that 33% or whatever. So every month I spend around 7 to 12,000. So usually I can stand at that 30% or whatever. So for me, I'm like, okay, if that's what I can spend, why would I ever use my debit card if I can take every single expense? I mean, my office, my rent, my Tesla, my Honda, everything goes on my credit card. And let's say I said I spend $7 grand, and on my American Express, I get a Sky Mile back, 1 Sky Mile for every dollar I spend.
snap.
So if I spend 10 grand, I get 10,000 Sky Miles. You know, you do that for a couple months in a row, you have some free flights. So it's like, why would I use a debit card when I can use my credit card and it has no disadvantages and it only has advantages, you know?
Yeah.
So once I realized, you know, I can just kind of utilize that. And it just feels better to use your credit card because it doesn't come out of your account instantly, right? And it's kind of easier or more organized for me to have specific credit cards for certain things. So I was like, okay, this is for all my business expenses, for all my personal. So every single month, on the first of the month, all my credit cards come out in total. So I never pay interest. I said, okay, cool. I spent 11 grand on the first of the month, 11 grand gets taken out of my account. You know, so it makes it really organized so I can see exactly how much I made a month and exactly how much I spent. So for me, it's easier for me to track it that way, and being able to, you know, obviously spend a good amount of money every single month and rack up these points along with doing the sign-up bonuses. It's just been a good way to just stack up on points and use it for travel or gas and stuff like that. But my favorite cards are the American Express, Sky Miles. Usually when you sign up, I think it's like spend $3 grand in 3 months and you get 50,000 miles. So every 3 months, I'll get a new card, get my 50,000 Sky Miles, and just fly. You know what I'm saying? So I'll fly maybe once a month. That was last year, you know, Corona kind of messed it up. But that's like I'll to use those, sign up bonuses and then just run all my cards on those. So getting a new card every 3 months not only helps you because you have more accounts, because having more accounts helps your credit, right? Because it shows the bank, hey, you have multiple accounts that you're paying on and being responsible for. But obviously, every time you get a new card, you also get more credit. So it gives you more availability, which means that your credit utilization is going down. So I'd say every 3 months, call your cards that you have, ask them to increase your limit, and then also get a new card to increase your overall limit. So that's just kind of the path that I've taken, and it's done pretty well for me. And I'm a big player in the credit field, and I feel like if you can get past 30 grand, you can live off credit basically.
Wait, I
You
got a
got, you gotta
question.
drop a bomb on that one. Like,
Yeah, I got a question about credit, right? I got
Yeah.
2 questions.
Okay.
that was
Why
sauce.
doesn't it come out right away? I've always wondered that because I got multiple credit cards. I do the same thing where I just use all of them, pay them off then. Why doesn't it come out right away?
Well, I'm saying, like, think about it. I spend it on my credit card, right? So, but you only pay your credit card once a month. So what I mean, it doesn't come out of like my actual bank.
No, I mean like even when you spend your credit card, I noticed that it takes a couple days before that.
Yeah,
even
it'll
hits.
be pending or something like
Yeah,
that.
why is that with
I'm
credit?
not
But with-
sure. I think it's because
The
it's
processing.
It's like it processes to make sure that it's something that you actually did or whatever. And what I like about it is credit cards usually have a better security system, so to speak, because it's not your money, it's their money.
That's what I was gonna touch.
You know what I'm
on.
saying? So if I spend 2 bands on something, like I know people that don't do this, but I know people that go to the club, spend 2 bands on bottles, and then call Wells for, hey, someone took my card and went crazy last night, man. It wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? And they'll refund you because it's their money. And they don't want, they want to protect their money.
Right.
So, that's really why, I use credit or whatnot. But I think they just have a different system from the bank. So they process it and, stuff like that. But I'm not exactly sure, really.
I always wondered that.
Yeah.
That. But how do you use credit, Will?
So he pretty much touched everything on like travel hacking and taking advantage of your points and taking advantage, like if you own a business or you spend a lot of money every month, then you might as well use your credit card, get those points, use them to your advantage, whether it's flying, getting hotels, whatever. So I'll touch on like the more specific things, like how I use it for e-commerce. So I know if you have an Amex Gold business, which is the one I use the most, you get 4 times the points or 3 times the points on every dollar you spend on ads. Or you can even call them and let them know that, okay, look, my business, I spend most of my money on shipping every month, and they'll actually change those points to go towards shipping. So like, all those AliExpress orders that you place or wherever you order your shipments from, you'll get points for that. Another thing is like the Amex Plum card. If you don't have a lot of money, Amex Plum will actually give you, a good amount of credit, and you don't have to pay it off every 30 days. They actually give you 60 days with no interest. Because, most Amex cards, you have to pay it off at the end of the month. Amex Plum gives you that extra month. So, like, if you have an Amazon business and you're ordering a bulk order of some units and, you think you're going to sell it in 30 days, but you want to be safe, the Plum card will give you that extra month to, make sure that you get rid of that inventory and then you pay it off. So Amex Plum is cool. Amex Gold Business is cool. I use those. And it's pretty much how far I go with like credit and e-commerce.
Yeah. So the way I use credit is my first big credit card, like big boy credit card, was the Delta Sky Miles card, gold card. And that was like the most limit I've ever received at the
I
time.
think they gave me like 10 bands on that.
Yeah, they gave me
off rip.
Bro, 10 bands off rip.
Yeah.
First like big credit card. I was like, oh
yeah,
shit.
you want to run up a check on that
Yeah,
shit.
so I was like, okay, bet, like this is lit. I'm gonna use this for like reselling, right? Because like you said, every mile is $1 basically. So every shoe I was buying was about $170 to $200. So that's 200 miles off rip. So and plus, if you spend 3 bands within the first something days,
Yeah, you get a
they
fat
give you the
sign-up
bonus. So I think the bonus back then was like 65,000 miles. Got that quick, and then started flipping. Basically, not even my money. I was flipping the bank's money, just receiving profit. And then I got another card, the Amex Gold and the Amex Platinum. And then with those cards, you don't really have a limit. They give you like a spending power. So I remember like fucking around with it, and I was like, okay, let's see how much I could purchase with one card. and my limit with the platinum card was like 50 bands. So that means like if I went to Louis Vuitton and I spent 50 bands, like they wouldn't deny it.
Yeah.
You know, like that shit.
I've heard of card. What is that called, a charge card or something?
Yeah, it's like
that?
a charge card.
Yeah.
So I was using that for shoes because it was like no limit. All I had to do was just pay that back. Yeah. So I would definitely use that. But my favorite card is the Apple card, just because for me, I'm like a full-time reseller. At Nike, you get 3% cash back. Wow. Online, you get 2% cash back. And what I like about Apple is like majority, everyone has an iPhone, right?
Yeah.
So every time you spend, you get your cash back right away.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's so like if I spend $200, 3% of that is going right back to my Apple
like
card.
Apple Pay or something?
Yeah, Apple Pay.
That's crazy. So I've never heard of that.
Yeah, so
instantly?
you just
get an Apple card.
Yeah, oh God, bro, that's
Bro,
crazy.
The only thing with Apple though is like their interest rates are high.
Don't you have to pay it back? You don't even have to pay it back first?
No, you don't have to pay
usually
it back.
like for the points, you have to pay the card back.
Yeah.
And then they give you
Apple-
the points.
Are they a charge card?
Nah, they give you a limit.
Oh.
So the first time they gave me a $3,000 limit, and then you could just, what's so dope about Apple is like you can text them. Like you could hit up Goldman Sachs and be like, hey, I want to raise my limit. And then they'll be like, okay, like whatever, approved for this, denied for this. And like I took from 3,000 to 5,000. And that was just texting. Like that's something that we already do. So that's why I like the Apple card. It's just so easy to like hit up customer service, you know?
Yeah, convenient.
So what I'm getting from all of y'all, especially you, Dooley, is that you want to be calling them. Like you should call them constantly. Try to increase your limit. Try to see what more you qualify for.
Yeah, because people don't even know that you can call and ask. Like it's crazy because I promise you, like once I knew that you can, like anything is negotiable, it changed my life, bro. Like even like you negotiated the lease for this. Like you negotiate like $300 off.
Yeah.
Like people don't even realize that you can go to someone, a business, this big, business, and say, hey, and it's COVID, right? So there's not a lot of people here that have vacancy issues. So the ball's in our court. You can say, hey, I'll move in, but I need $400 off. Like, you can negotiate. I didn't know that you could like kind of have power. It's like when we're going against these big businesses, we think that whatever they say just goes. Yeah. But once you realize, that you really can negotiate anything in life, bro, you'll get a lot of things that go your way. And it might not, but you can always ask. But it's crazy because I just didn't even fathom that. I didn't know that I could just, I raised my limit from 10K to 20K just by asking them. And they literally like, hey, we're gonna have to run your credit. And I said, hey, I spend 7 bands a month with you guys. You're telling me you can't raise it? You say, okay, let me call my manager. And they said, okay, it's approved. Next day I had 20 bands. You know what I'm saying? So
just like that.
Like
crazy.
it's always, okay, I'll talk to someone and they'll make it happen. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And I wanna give a super tip, which, have you guys heard of manufactured spin?
Yeah.
Manufactured spending. Yeah. So this is what I used to do. I don't know if it works too much anymore, but what I used to do when I wasn't spending a lot a month, and for you guys that may, hey, I don't spend 3 bands on my credit card, in 3 months. I can't do that. So this is what I would do. It's a big loophole. And in case it's illegal, I don't do this. I'm not saying you do it, but maybe you could, So what I would do is I would make a Shopify store, right? Just make a Shopify store, and I'd make a product for $3,000. And I would get the credit card and I would buy my own product for $3,000, right? But I wouldn't ship it because there's no product. But on that credit card, it'd say I spent $3,000. And so that $3,000 obviously goes to Shopify, gets sent to me because I own the store. And then I use that $3,000 I get minus maybe 6% fees for Shopify. And I use that $3,000 to pay off that card. And now I've spent $3,000.
Holy shit.
You know what I'm saying? So I get my card, I spend 3 bands on myself, pay myself out, pay myself back, and now I got 65,000 points and I'm flying to Mexico. And that's on God, bro.
That's actually really smart.
That's on God.
That's a credit course.
That's
right
on
there,
God, bro.
Credit course.
So if y'all watching this, I dropped that gym because y'all here for part 2.
That's a bomb.
But
he
that's
really,
how you do it.
He
Credit
really
course
did
on the
that
way.
shit too. Because I remember me and Dooley had a Shopify store, bro. Right? We had a Shopify store a while back. And then out of nowhere, I get a notification. It's like a $2,000 order. I'm like, yo, I'm lit.
And I was flexing on him too. I was like, hey man, we got big boy sales. You know what I'm saying? Don't you know?
I was like, bro, somebody just ordered like some fast shit from our store. And he texted me like a couple of days later. He was like, oh, yo, yeah, I was just trying to get my girl some points on her card. I was like, bro.
And it's crazy because you'll see me and my girl, I think that was last February, me and my girl went to Mexico. I got my girl the card too. Spent that bread, went to Mexico, bro, for free. And Mexico was like 12,000 points. I got 65,000 points. I traveled remember the DOOLEY tour?
damn,
that was
that's
sponsored
cheap.
by Amex, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you do the miles plus cash?
Holy shit.
No, bro, it was 12,000 points to go to Mexico. I don't know why, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, points
I
is
don't
lit,
know
bro.
why, but sometimes it could be like 60K points.
I went to New York for free. And then I had to go buy a car in Ohio, but I didn't feel like going. So I used my points and I flew my dad to Cincinnati for free. Flew him there and back
That's
for
hard.
free. So it's like, bro,
It
you
hits,
can-
bro. I saved several $1,000s on flights, bro. And then I would go there, run up some SMU sales, make 2, 3, 4 bands, and come back, bro. I was eating. I felt like a freaking rapper last year, bro. I was traveling, making hella bread, coming back richer. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because those loopholes, it's like mind blowing, but then it's like it makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like I love being an entrepreneur because we find loopholes, we find ways to, lucratively do what we want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of loopholes, bro, like my dad, he worked for Delta. So like I was flying for free regardless.
Oh yeah, you get
right?
the buddy pass, or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
So I
jealous.
was like, because I was his son. But at the time, he told me like since I dropped out of college that I needed to start paying for my flights.
yeah, that's
But
tax.
I only had like a few years. I had like 1 year extra, so I just have to pay like the taxes of how much the flight originally cost. So when he told me that, I was like, oh shit, like this shit's not lasting forever. So
Yeah.
that's when I applied for the Sky Miles card, ran up those miles. So like now that, that's about to run out, when I have to actually start paying for flights, I have 100,000 miles like
Yeah.
just sitting there.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I think I have like 70K on my Amex, and then I think another. I got the what was it? I think it's a city card or something like that. They gave me like 50,000 for spending $2,000 and 200 something like that. So really, every
Those
3 months
bonuses hit.
I get a new card with a fat sign up bonus. I only do it for the sign up bonus because low key, think about it. If you want 50,000 Sky Miles, you have to spend $50,000.
Yeah.
Or you can
we're-
spend $3,000, get the sign up bonus, and get 50,000 Sky Miles.
And just to let you guys know, like the sign up bonuses change.
Yeah, they changed. Like when
Yeah.
I got mine for like 70,000 Sky Miles if I
Yeah,
spent
because
$4,000.
someone's
Now
hearing
it's
this
like
right
20
now,
grand.
and they're like checking.
Yeah, I
They're
know.
like, "Yo,
So
what?"
if you look, I think right now the gold Amex, if you're watching this, September 24th? I think it's like 45,000 right now. I've
But
seen it as low as 20.
you can check. There's a website. It's called USCreditCardGuide.com. If you go on there, it's a list of credit cards, and like it shows
seen
you
that.
a graph where it shows like the highest peak and the lowest peak. So sometimes, like let's say last February, it was, or what are we going into? We're going into October. Let's say last October, the peak was 70,000 miles. If you want to apply for that card and it's like giving you 45,000 miles bonus, you might as well wait that extra month till October because it might hit that 70,000
do it
again.
like yearly.
A
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of times too, like if you get a referral link from a friend, it might have their referral link might have a good bonus.
And
to
I
it.
was eating, but
I
when I
was
was doing
eating
these
off that
credit
too.
consultations, hey, now that you know, use my link.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying?
In my course, I dropped because when reselling, I wanted them to do what I'm doing.
Yeah,
basically
flying and
get a
get
credit
some-
card,
yeah.
and you
Run it up.
buy your shoes for free. You make your profit 100%. You're not using any of your money. So I was like, put my sign up bonus in there. Had like 5 people sign up. Delta Sky Miles, 10 bands. They were
Yeah.
like, oh my god, like I have a whole channel.
Yeah,
for, like credit help, and people go in there and they talk about it.
Hell
and
yeah,
stuff
bro.
like
I think it's like you can only do like 3 per year or something like that.
Yeah,
though,
it's
in Amex.
ass.
Kind of lame, but you get like 50,000 miles
that.
per
But you
person.
could do different cards too.
You can do it. Like if I have my Amex Gold and Silver, I can do it on different cards.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So what about with COVID though? Do you think they're gonna be giving more Sky Miles points because they want people to fly, or do you think
I
it'll
feel
be
like
the
they
opposite?
are. I've seen it kind of go. I think right now it's at like 45,000 for the Gold Amex, which is pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But like I said, I got it when it was 70,000, bro. And 70,000 Sky Miles, I had a good 3-4 flights. I went to
Jeez.
Mexico, Houston, and then I think somewhere in Florida or something like that. I don't know. Or maybe it was Nashville. I'm not sure. But 70,000 was like the peak that I've seen. So if it's near there, 50, 60, 70,000, I'd go for it. You know what I'm saying?
And if you're gonna apply for one credit card, I think I was with you. Remember that one day I applied for 3 credit cards? It was
Oh, yeah,
a
you
Sky
want to apply
Mile.
the same day.
Yeah, you want to apply all at once because if you apply all at once, it's one hard inquiry.
Really? I've heard
yeah.
about that. I've heard back and forth though. Because if you can do that, bro, that is a hack.
Bro,
Think of
that's why
getting-
some people who are like in the car business, they buy 5
Yeah, like,
cars
see,
in
I
one
know
day.
that. I know with cars and with mortgages, you have
Yeah.
like a certain window to use all your inquiries. You know what I'm saying? But with credit cards, I actually called someone from Amex and they said, "Oh, I don't know, but I think that it's going to count as different inquiries."
Nah,
but
she
if it
capping.
doesn't, bro, I'm going to get 3 cards at once. If they all give me 50,000 miles, bro, I'm flying for free for the next year.
Bro, I got my Amex Gold and my Delta Sky Miles Gold the same day.
And it counted as one.
counted as one.
Yeah.
That's
I
hard.
got
Like
Sky
literally, I got
Miles,
them like
Gold,
10 minutes
Platinum.
apart.
Like, I hope
Yeah.
people are listening, bro, because low key, bro, getting 2 fat ass credit cards, bro, you're flying for free.
And they both got sign up bonuses.
You're flying, bro. If you don't have the Amex Delta Sky Miles Gold and Silver or Gold and Platinum,
Get that.
get both of those. That's a combo for flying for free, bro. Because they give the most generous sign up bonuses. And I think City, because they use Delta, and I think the City one uses American Airlines. I haven't flown American Airlines yet, but
Fuck American Airlines. God damn.
what?
That's what I flew. This dude
Really?
hit the fuck out of the brakes. We literally were coming down and we were doing, I've never done this before. We were like going sideways as we were landing. I
hell
really
nah.
for a second thought he lost it. I was like, fuck, man.
people
Like,
be talking trash about
Oh,
Spirit
you
too.
were on Delta.
I was on Delta, but when I flew back, I was on American Airlines. And
damn.
Buddy was,
Yeah,
He's
that
gonna
won't-
get
that won't
furloughed,
hap-
bro.
That won't happen on Delta, bro. Delta's
Listen,
smooth.
Delta went hard. Delta
I don't
went
fuck
hard.
with American Airlines either because they're like the only stock I have that's like down.
Yeah, I'm actually down like
Bro.
13% in American Airlines right now.
Bro, I came up today on stocks though.
For real?
Yeah, you
What-
were like,
what'd
had
you
like
buy?
$500 a day, bro.
I ended at 620.
That's
Shopify and
crazy.
Etsy?
Bro, Etsy gave me like a $200 profit today. like,
Damn.
Return.
And
And
then
Shopify gave me like 200 something as well. And then Delta hit.
So you went from
And-
using them to trading them.
And,
Your
and I
portfolio
got
was
Gap.
pretty impressive.
I got in Gap before Kanye partnered.
oh, that's
Ah,
smart. I
fuck,
remember,
bro.
bro, the
I'm only
day
in
he
Apple and Tesla right now. I'm not
I was so
diversified, bro.
lost. Like when he did that, I thought it was a troll. So I was just like, oh, like Kanye being stupid. Then I saw on Twitter, it was like Kanye Gap. That was day of. And I remember I saw the stock because someone
Yeah.
tweeted about it. It was
shit went
already
up.
too high. It was like $17 or something.
Yeah.
I was
And
like,
then-
nah.
Tripping?
Damn, that's
He's about to wear
cheap as hell.
Jordans only until they put him on the board.
he's
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
tweaking.
he's
He's about to lose that
Yo,
contract.
those
bro.
shoes went up.
Man, I
though.
don't even know about all that,
No
man.
cap.
But let's get into this next question, though,
Alright.
so we can try to get all these joints. This is from Mubin Neya Yubi, or something like that. Mubinye Yubi,
I know.
something like that. Key points in scaling and systems in your wholesale business. So this one will be kind of more particular towards me. Key points in scaling and systems in your wholesale business. It's a good point. Man, scaling is such like an interesting thing, bro. Because in systems, like systems really is like how you take yourself from like an entrepreneur to like a business owner. You know what I'm saying? So scaling, the thing that we're doing now is getting a lot of virtual assistances. Like we had about 11 people working with DHA at one point, bro. It was so hectic, but we thought we have a lot of employees, you know what I'm saying? It should be better. But it was more disorganized and actually more difficult than just having the 4 that we have now. Especially when they're all in office, we're getting distracted, we're just whatever. So what we're doing now is I see a lot of people using virtual assistances and taking their stuff virtually. So all we're doing now is basically creating a funnel, right? So we're gonna have our virtual assistances basically just be door openers or questionnaires where they're calling 300 people a day. Do you want to sell? Do you want to sell? Do you want to sell? The first one says yes. Take them through step A, B, and C. And if they're qualified as a buyer or a seller, then it goes to our acquisition partners. We used to have our acquisition partners reaching out, and they were very talented people. You know what I'm saying? They're in office or our friends, you know, and they're making the 300 calls a day. But I was like, man, these people are so talented. They don't even deserve to be having 300 calls a day, but maybe only having 6 quality conversations. So instead, we have our VAs reach out to everybody. The qualified leads go down to our acquisition partners who then, either go to the appointment or schedule the appointment or lock in the contract. And then us, me and my partner Ben, as the CEOs, we take it over, we close the deal, and we pay everybody out. So we're making it so our acquisition partners feel more, solidified because it's almost like they have an employee. They have the virtual assistant that's sending them leads,
Right.
good leads, and they're having maybe 3 conversations per day, but they're very good conversations with motivated sellers, right? So I think and VAs are a little bit cheaper. We're paying people in home about $10 an hour. We can pay a VA $4 an hour. So now we can technically have 5 VAs for the price of 2 acquisition partners, and we can scale 5 times faster for the same price. So I think everyone wants to have, fancy systems and a big office and all that. But the name of the game is to just talk to motivated sellers. So we're having these VAs reach out, maybe make 1,000 calls a day, goes to our acquisition partners, and it goes down the funnel, and then we just close deals like that. So I think just not, reinventing the wheel and trying to do all this crazy stuff. We use Podio, we have Mojo Dialer, just the simple stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because once I realized like just the motive of the game is just talk to motivated sellers, it really took us from, we need 12 people to, we just need 4 solid like warriors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think scaling is going to be taking everything virtual, keeping your costs down, but keeping your marketing very large. And then obviously we do text blasting, ringless voicemails, but obviously cold calling is going to be the most effective thing. So I think that incorporating VAs in your business is going to be the number one way to scale, because you're basically taking the most effective marketing channel and getting it done for the cheapest price.
So you don't want to exhaust your best resource, is what you're trying to say?
I just don't want my people that are super talented to have to talk to 100 people a day and maybe have 2 quality conversations.
Makes
I
sense.
want them to feel like they have someone in their circle bringing them quality leads, and they're having maybe less conversations, but they're more quality and they're not burning themselves out. And they're going to get, a piece of each deal that they, that comes into their pipeline. So it's almost like they're almost their own CEO. So it not only helps the culture in terms of how they feel about their business and their job, but I think it helps them not get burnt out because they're not having to actually do the calls themselves. So that's something that we're incorporating, especially since we moved into our new office actually today. And so we're, kind of like rebranding ourselves and, trying this new marketing channel, and hopefully, that can give us some good results. So,
Hey, in the name of wholesale, we got to take another shot.
hey man, and new changes. I got one right here. Yes, sir. But just so y'all niggas, I'm not.
We guys.
Right, it's not weak, bro.
All right, well, it's less than everyone else.
Jesus Christ. Well, bro, you're okay.
He's
All right,
having
you straight?
Yo, Dooley's got the self-driving car.
Not yet,
Facts,
bro.
yeah.
Not yet, bro. I'm in the Civic, bro. So
Yeah, Dooley's drinking the most. He's got the self-driving car. All right, cheers to virtual assistants.
yes, sir. Grinding, bro.
Cheers to the VA.
Damn.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
Let me see.
All right. Next question. See what we got going on here. Goddamn.
That was fucked.
This is from
Answer a quality question.
What's up?
Good question.
a good question. Oh,
Yeah.
I wanted to get a bad one. My bad. This is a good one from Lawrence_Adair_. I'm sure we all know this guy.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy. I've been seeing him killing with ecom degree. How do you handle taxes as far as the taxes you have to pay on sales? So I'll make mine quick. I just pay mine yearly. So really, I just take all my expenses, put it into QuickBooks. At the end of the year, I just have my CPA go through and pay whatever I have to pay. But I try to do as many tax write-offs as I can, which is why I leased my Tesla, because when you buy a car, you can only write off the gas and shit like that. But when you lease a car, you can write off the lease payments. So if your lease payment is $700 a month, you can write off $700 every single month. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So,
That's actually smart,
for me, I just utilize.
You need to do that.
Yeah, and I put 10 bands down. So basically, when I go to my taxes, 10 bands that I put on my car, because I leased it in my company name, they just take it off. Yeah, so I owe 20 bands of taxes. I owe 10 now. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I'm not 100%, but I know that.
Imagine the day comes up.
Oh God! But I know for wait, chill.
You're gonna replay the clip, bro.
I know for a fact though you can write off the lease payment. Especially since my car didn't have gas, what the fuck would I write off? You know what I'm saying? I
But
think
that would
it-
make sense if because the down payment
because I use it as a business vehicle.
So like,
No, it makes sense. It makes
question
sense.
like when you're all the payments, it has to come from one card.
that's gonna make it the cleanest, yeah. So you
Okay.
can. I try to use one card that's strictly for business, just because it makes it less messy when it goes to your CPA, because then she won't have to see what's personal and what's business, and you won't pierce the corporate veil, as they say, in terms of having a card where you use it for personal and business, and you're kind of mixing
Yeah.
both together.
All over the
But
place.
I know some people that do their taxes quarterly, but I just do mine yearly, take my L, and keep it pushing. So
Wait, just a side note, right? If you put 10 bands down on the lease, they would write that off.
yeah,
that's
because
going towards the
if you
car.
think about it, if I put 1 band down and then pay the 10 bands just through higher leasing payment to be the same thing.
Exactly.
So that's why I'm pretty sure you can write off that down payment.
Dope.
So how do you do it for sales?
So like I do the same thing. I use QuickBooks. Right now I'm in the process of paying like my CPA monthly, like a couple $100s a month to like monitor my income and expenses every single month. So then at the end of the year when tax times comes, everything's already organized and it's just easier that way, especially for e-commerce. Like when you have like, you know, you're doing shipments, you got marketing expenses here, Facebook ads here. It's good to just have everything organized. QuickBooks is good. It's like $14 a month. But yeah, that's how I do it. And then to top what you said, you can also write off a car if it weighs a certain amount.
Yeah.
So I might have to get the Tesla X.
People be getting Hummers and Rolls Royces. Yeah, I think if it's a certain weight, then what is that?
What?
I
called,
think it's
really?
6,000.
Oh, that's why people get like
there's this
those
one
big
dude.
cars.
I saw this one dude on Twitter and he literally wrote off his whole Tesla X, bro.
Damn.
Wait a
You
minute.
bought
Wait a
it?
minute. Wait a minute. Why does the weight matter?
Yeah, he bought it.
I think because it counts as a big body car or some shit.
If it weighs a certain amount,
They wanna know your-
if it weighs a certain amount, it's qualified as like a business vehicle.
That's crazy.
Because people that own like construction or pressure washing companies or anything that has to do with that, they might have like trucks that they use for their business. So I mean, you could get like a big vehicle that weighs a lot and say that you use it for your business. You know, like you're bringing packages in and out. Like
I know it's a fact. I've heard of that before.
yeah, so
Wait, I want to ask you a personal question about e-commerce, right? How do you track your expenses for taxes? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
'cause
so-
you're paying up front, right? And then you're making the money and
yeah, so like I let the CPA handle all that, but the cleanest way to do it is one, have your QuickBooks linked to the business bank account that all your Shopify deposits or Amazon deposits are going into. Try to pay your Facebook ads or whatever marketing that you're paying on that same card as well. So you got your income and your expenses all going from that one card. And then also Shopify will give you a 1099 once you make a certain amount of money. I think it's once you make like 30 grand.
20.
They give you, or 20 grand, yeah. I think every platform is 20K, like Cash App, Square, Shopify.
So if you don't make 20 grand,
you don't have to pay taxes?
bro, because I'm not gonna cap, bro. Because like I said, I be taking a lot of my payments PayPal, Apple Pay, Zelle, and I did like 18 bands on PayPal and didn't get
Yeah,
a
it's once you hit
1099.
that
Oh no,
20K.
I think it's 20 grand or like whatever
Or it's like-
100 transactions.
Yeah, I think it's 20 grand or 200
Yeah,
transactions.
and I didn't do that, so I just don't pay taxes on like 18 bands.
Bro,
Because
yeah,
that's how it went. I mean, hope
you
IRS isn't looking, but
you only get taxed too on the money that you transfer into your account. So technically, you could keep
hold it there.
you could keep a 20K balance in your Cash App, and that money's not taxable if you just
Yeah.
spend it with your Cash App card or you just.
I
spend it
learned
like
that recently.
That's why, like,
sauce.
that's why if you notice,
Sauce.
Cash App, Apple
They have their
Pay,
cards.
they all have 20K limits because they don't want to have more than a 20K limit because they know that, like, for example, like, they know that 20K, if you don't transfer it, they can't tax you for it. So they make sure that you can only have 20K in at a time
That's smart.
because they want you to transfer it and then you get taxed on that.
Yeah, I
and
was
then you can
wondering
begin
that. I
using it.
took hella payments last, year, and my CPA was saying since I didn't get a 1099 from PayPal because I didn't make over 20 grand, that means PayPal that much,
Yeah.
that I didn't have to report that. So,
Yeah.
okay, bet.
Like that Square invoice app that I told you about, like I already have a 1099 from them, from Square.
That's tough.
Damn.
That's a flex. Yeah, I got mine from Cash App for sure, though. That shit hit, bro. I think last year I did like 80 bands on Cash App, and I'm not blocked somehow. So Cash App is the
Shit.
GOAT.
Bro, I got 1099s from Stripe, Shopify.
Bro, fuck Stripe, bro. Fuck Stripe, bro. They're holding my
Fucking-
bread.
StockX, right?
StockX. Oh my, bro.
Damn.
I remember one of my homies, he checked my mail for me. He was like, "Yo, you don't want to look at your mail." I was like,
man.
"Oh my fuck!"
I think that's when I was on FaceTime with you. Oh yeah, I was on FaceTime with this man. I was at his crib.
Was it from the IRS?
and
or
I had a
some shit?
1099 from Stripe in front of me. I was
Oh.
like, yeah,
I was
bro.
like-
And it was from this one dropshipping store that we split 3 ways,
Mhm.
but
But it's
all the
under my
deposits were
name.
going to his
Bro,
account.
you gotta be
Bro,
careful about that.
And that's
shit.
a tip. That's a tip right
Don't
here.
do that shit.
Look, if you're gonna partner on a Shopify store with someone, honestly, like
Create a joint
Don't.
bank account.
create a joint
Create
or
a joint bank
something
account
because
where it's going to be taxed, and all you guys pay to
Yeah.
file the taxes on that business.
And
Like, yeah.
I remember Will told me, he's like, yo, did you ever run a Shopify store with other people, but your name is on it? And I'm like, nah, I don't think I did. He's just like, all right, I bet you're good then. Bro, got that fucking 1099. I'm like, yeah, I ran the Shopify store with you
Yeah.
and you.
Yeah, that shit
But I'm
hits.
reliable. And you know, it's just like you live and you learn type of
Yeah,
thing.
you once it happens once, bro, you take your L and you move on.
Yeah, it's
but
like-
yeah, I've taken some L's. Like when I did my flip, what I do, and this is the last thing I'll do on the taxes conversation is, well, for DHA, what I do is we actually have it so DHA looks like it doesn't make an income, and we pay ourselves as employees, like a W-2 employee, so that way I can get approved for houses and shit. So basically, DHA is my employer, and they pay me a W-2 salary kind of thing,
Yeah.
or whatever. Like when we get a deal, if we make 10 bands, Benny gets 5, I get 5, and that's our salary for the week or whatever.
I was just gonna bring that up, bro.
Yeah,
I
so
was gonna
that's
say,
so
like-
that's how we do it, and then we have QuickBooks
Yeah.
pay our employees out. So like you'll literally get like when we pay our payroll, it literally says Diamond Home Acquisitions, and it pays you out like you're
Yeah.
getting a
That's-
paycheck.
that's
this
basically
upcoming
what I
year,
do.
that's how my shit's gonna be set up. That's like an S corp setup, right?
Yeah.
Where,
I don't know if it's an S corp.
where it's basically you have an entity
Yeah.
that's paying you out as
Correct.
But
an
you own the
employee.
entity.
That's what
Correct.
I did to REC. Like every month I pay myself.
Yeah, I remember we were talking about that a minute ago.
Yeah.
And then for flipping houses, what I'm trying to do, I keep forgetting, I think it's a 1031 exchange. So when we flip houses, I think you have 90 days to take the profit from that flip and throw it into another investment. And that previous profit is tax deferred because you reinvested it.
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to do for our flips. But sometimes it's hard to find another property within 90 days.
And isn't it like if you buy a house and live in it for 2 years and then
Then-
sell it, you don't pay any
Yeah, you
tax?
don't pay any capital gains, and I think it's up to 250K capital gains, and then if you're married, and then it's up to 500K. So if you want a house hack, live in a house for 2 years, fix it up while you're living there, flip it, make 100 bands, and you don't pay any taxes on it, so you can eat.
So I got a
Damn.
question on this topic, right?
These are
I always hear people talk about like, oh, okay, I got a buddy of mine. Actually, fuck it, I won't even say his name. But let's just say his business is out of Washington, I think it is, or Wyoming, one of the two, because they don't have state income tax. And I know Florida is the same thing, but he did his out of whatever the fuck. And so he doesn't pay anything as far as like income tax because he does the same thing you do, where he pays himself through the business, but the business is not owned. It's based in the other state, but it's not. But it's legal, and he's been going for like 10 years. Like, how does that work? Like that whole.
I can't even. I don't know, bro.
You know what I
Like,
mean?
you
Ain't no
lit, though.
CPA.
I have no, I have no idea, but I do know some e-com people that have like LLCs in like Delaware and
Exactly,
like
yeah.
places.
They don't live
Do you
there?
have to maybe have an
And
office space
they don't
there,
live
a
there.
mailing address there?
Yeah,
I think so. I think
100%.
so.
They might have something there, like a PO box. Or
I
some
think if you have a
bullshit,
PO
like-
box, I mean, who can say that? Hey, I live in Wyoming, but I I'm vacationing here for 10 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know how that works.
Vacationing here for 10 years.
That's
but
an
I got a
area.
PO box.
That's an area where I'm probably lacking. I could probably be saving a lot of money because I feel like when it comes to taxes, e-commerce is the business where you can finesse the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
Like if-
totally virtual. That's why.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you could really do it from anywhere.
You can write off
Low
anything.
key.
Doesn't
So
Bezos do that? Isn't Amazon
Bro.
owned by another company in the
I mean,
Cayman Islands?
yeah, Amazon doesn't pay any taxes.
yeah,
like
that's
they
like a
finesse.
whole
Yeah,
nother
he-
thing,
But like
bro.
I even know people that do e-commerce that make a lot of money and like they don't even live in the US. Like they live in Thailand and they definitely don't pay any taxes over there. You feel me?
Facts.
Because when you have an online business, like you can do that shit from anywhere. So like really if you trying to secure a bag, just get the fuck out the US. Like,
God, bro.
like-
And people
to
be going
Switzerland, bro.
crazy about like Amazon not paying taxes, which we
Did you-
may go in.
Did
like,
you see
later.
what he just did? He opened up a
Opening
school.
the school? That's what I'm saying.
That's
bro,
a
this is my
write-off.
thing, bro.
That's a
People
whole
are talking about
write-off.
he's not paying taxes, right? But I think the fact that he's created tens of thousands of jobs
You can't complain.
overshadows the part that he's not paying taxes.
yeah, like
you
the,
know what I'm saying?
The payroll.
Bro,
I'm like,
people-
bro, he's employing goddamn 50,000
Everybody.
people. Like,
Yeah.
but he doesn't
That
pay taxes. So you guys are complaining. Like, people, I don't know, man.
Hey,
I'm not
my
gonna get
shit
in.
gets
You
here
know,
on time.
They
so.
got overnight delivery now. So like if you go on Amazon and you order something,
Yeah.
usually you would see free 2-day, or you
Yeah.
would get the free normal shipping. Now it's like overnight. Like if you order it tonight, you'll get it there in the morning. You can do overnight for free, or free 2-day, or the normal. It's only
Damn.
available in some states, but I saw someone on Twitter that was ordering, and he had the free overnight option, which
That's
is crazy.
When they get the drones, it's gonna be crazy.
That's just gonna be
Imagine,
weird.
bro. That's
Amazon's on some other
Yo,
shit.
let's hop into this next question
go ahead.
from Malik Vaughn. How do you guys deal with time management, and how do you guys get the most out of your day?
Let's see. Time management.
Time management is key, man.
Yeah. I'll start.
Yeah, go ahead.
Time management, the way I deal with it is kind of like I put in my notes on my phone. Every morning, first thing I have to do is walk my dog. If I don't do it before like a certain time, then I'm already behind.
Yeah.
Cause like that takes like 20 minutes of my day. So I kind of write it in my notes like, all right, by this time I need to do this. By this time I have this done. By this time I should be starting this. And if I'm going by that schedule and I'm doing everything I should do, then everything is going smooth. So that way by, let's say sometimes 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, my day is over. I can kind of
Yeah,
BS
chill.
my day. And if I need to work on something on my laptop, I can do that. If I need to meet somebody in Buckhead, I can do that. So it's like, I'm just playing around that time. And then at nighttime, I come back to the drawing board, which might be my notes or my whiteboard. And I just kind of write down what I need to do. And that's it. I mean, it's really just discipline.
Some people make it like super, and I think, man, let me get the other, I'll find it later. But there was another guy that sent me that long one, and it was
Yeah.
kind of talking about how people, don't sleep and wake up at 5 a.m. and they go crazy. Or some people like Gary Vee that say they get 7-8 hours. And I would love to come on here and say, yo, man, wake up at 5 a.m. and I eat ice and take an ice shower and go crazy. But I really don't, bro. And I don't honestly think that it's cool to like over exaggerate and act like, oh man, I gotta work all goddamn day and I gotta wake up at 5, I gotta go to sleep at 3. It doesn't, why would you want to live a life that is that like insane?
Did you
Like-
ever try that though?
What?
Like the whole like 5 a.m., go to the gym, eat
I wake up at
breakfast?
like,
I have.
I wake up at like
Yeah.
7, bro. Like I said, most of my stuff is digital, and then I have my real estate business, which I have employees that kind of take care of it. Whatever, we go to the office from from usually maybe 11 to 4 or 5. And to be honest, I can get what I need to get done within that time frame. I don't really need to stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning to get what I need to get done, especially because real estate goes from like 9 p.m. and it's done, So really, I think the biggest thing is creating a routine and quantifying your day. What is a successful day and what is an unsuccessful day? And I feel like quantifying that and making it tangible is super important, because if you don't know what a great and what a terrible day is to you, then you'll never know if you won or lost. You're just going through the motions. For me, I create a structure for the day. I know that if I went to the gym, I usually go to the gym, and I always want to do something that I like. So for me, I love hooping, right? So my day usually starts with waking up, going to the gym, working out, hooping, hitting the sauna, showering, and then we go to the office. We grind from 11 to 4, and I'm done usually. You know what I'm saying? SMU kind of fits in there because the office is not just for real estate. I can go there and make sales, make calls, do whatever. And I can kind of just, freestyle it, but at least I know what needs to be done. And my CRM, in terms of real estate, really helps me know like who I got to follow up with, who I have to call, what appointments we have, and that helps me schedule that. But I think just quantifying for yourself, for your business, what a successful day and what a bad day is. So for our, for real estate wise, I know that we have our people make 316 calls per day. So we know if you made that amount of calls, it was a successful day. It doesn't matter if you got a lead. It doesn't matter if you closed a deal. If you made that many calls, then we had a successful day. And if you did not make that many calls, I don't care if we got 3 hot leads. You didn't have a successful day because you didn't do what you had to do. You know what I'm saying? So just quantifying it and being able to walk out of the office and say, okay, cool, here's a number that I set down. Did I hit it or did I not? That's pretty much it. And it's obviously going to be different for different business models. But for me personally, I get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. I wake up around maybe 7, 8, 9, and I can get pretty much everything that I need to get done between the hours of 9 and 4 o'clock. And like you, at the 4 o'clock, I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to go I don't need to go super hard and meditate and read 5 pages of a book and run around the neighborhood and goddamn, you know what I'm saying, bro? I just get up and grind, bro.
I used to try to do that though. Like,
Yeah, remember my millionaire morning that I had? Nigga, I hate reading. Why the fuck am I doing this shit, bro?
Yeah, bro.
I know we were talking about meditate 5. Nigga, no. Get up and grind.
Bro, yeah.
What the hell am I talking about?
I remember like waking up, gym, and then come back, like cold shower, and I was like,
done that shit,
It's just like, it's a mindset thing.
when you're done with it, it's like, bro, what the fuck was I doing?
yeah, it's like,
All I
it's
have
cool to
do-
say, but it wasn't fun.
Yeah, like it's not what I like to
I
do.
used to have a planner that broke down the day every 15 minutes.
I remember
bro.
that.
And I used to really try to follow that shit, bro.
When I first met you, that's what you had, bro.
And I was like, and it got to a point where I was like, bro, like I would have like 50 things to do every day.
Yeah.
And then I realized like, really, I only need out of these 50 things, if I do 3 of these things, I had a good day. And it's
Yeah.
like, I'm honestly like, it's honestly gonna be a worse day if I try to do all these 50
Bro.
things. So like now I have like another planner and I write down 3 things that I need to do that day. And those 3 things like will move me forward, like will move me towards my goal. Like I know if I don't record a YouTube video every day, then I'll be behind on my content schedule. Like I know if I don't make a certain move that day, then it was a bad day. And it doesn't matter if I wake up at 6 a.m. Because sometimes like I try to wake up at like 6, 7, but you know, sometimes I'll wake up at 10, 11, 12. It doesn't matter. But regardless what time I wake up, if I finish those 3 things that I wrote down, like it's a good day overall.
Yeah.
That's the same exact thing I do. Like I write on my whiteboard because I used to do the same thing, like the whole time limit thing, and I still do that, but it's like more broad. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I'm not putting, make sure you clean your room, make sure you do this, make sure you do that, because when you look at that, it's like, damn, I have such a busy day. But that should be things like that just is normal.
Exactly.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
kind of different though. I kind of like doing that. When I create to-do lists, I'll create stuff like drink a bottle of water, take out the trash, make my
Yeah.
bed. Because for me, I like seeing that I have a lot of shit to do, but then being able to complete it. So I can go in 30 minutes, I took out the trash. I, drink a bottle of water. I did my bed, whatever. Because to me, it makes it seem like I'm checking off stuff. I love striking stuff off. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I like creating a to-do list that's extremely simplistic and easy because it makes it feel like I've been more successful. Because if I had 4
that.
huge things and I only do 2, it makes me feel like I didn't do anything. But if I created 20 and I did 18, I feel like I had a successful day. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like some people, when they're not making huge moves, you don't have to go to a business meeting or do this or that. It feels like, man, what do I put on my list?
Yeah.
So I feel like just creating daily things like that, like drink water, go to the gym,
And that,
do
like,
whatever.
I did that, the whole like time schedule thing. It became like a routine, you know what I mean? To where I don't have to do it anymore. So like I feel like everyone should start with the whole like time schedule, like, or
just see
you know,
how you like it.
right?
Yeah.
Not even the time schedule, but like a to-do list, and just write everything you need to do. So like you said, you like writing you like drinking a water bottle every day, make your bed, whatever. Write that down in the beginning if you want to, or maybe you might like it and you do it forever.
Yeah.
But do that, see how it goes, and then one day you'll create a routine to where it's like you
Become
don't
a
have to
habit where
write it
it's
down.
Like it's second nature. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like for me, like the gym has become second nature. It's like I feel bad if I don't go to the gym. You know what I'm
I feel
saying?
that.
But here's one thing though, right? I feel like we got to rewind heavy because you guys are taking it from the perspective of like wholesale real estate company, fucking 1,200 students, goddamn 500. I feel like for someone watching right now, we got to dial it back like all the way down. I feel like in order to really understand time management, you got to really understand what are your priorities, like what is important to you to get done. Because, you know, if you're trying to make time, you know what I mean, to go fucking smoke with some friends or to go fuck off and do some shit you know you're not supposed to do, and then you're upset that you don't have time to grow your business and your priorities aren't straight. So I feel like you have to get your priorities straight because you guys have your priorities straight. That's why you guys have been successful. And I feel like a lot of people, they think they have their priorities straight, but they don't. And I think we should address that
You
topic.
have
think
to
it starts
define your
with-
priority first.
Yeah, it starts with goals. Like if you don't have goals or you don't have anything you're working towards, like what you do today or tomorrow doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
So you gotta have those like long-term goals to where it's like the things you do on the daily will get you closer to that goal. And you'll know if you're getting closer to that or not. But if you don't have like something you're aiming for, then you know what you do, like I said, what you do on a daily basis doesn't really matter as much.
Yeah, and to like touch up on goals, everyone should have a daily goal, right? Your weekly goal, monthly goal, maybe a 6-month goal, and a year
Yeah,
goal.
frame it. I think he even made a tweet. It was like, if you win every day, you're gonna win the week. If you win every week, you're gonna win the month. You win every month, you're gonna win, the year.
Yeah.
And that's super important. People it shouldn't be too macro. I like really micro stuff. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
it should
saying?
be
Like literally,
simple.
that's why I do the simple stuff. Like
Simple.
I'll
life.
get excited when I was drink a bottle of water. Yes, okay, I'm done. I feel like okay, the momentum is super important because success is basically a mindset. You know what I'm saying? Because success can be different for everyone. So to me, success and confidence is built off of you proving yourself right over and over again. You know what I'm saying? If I go to the free throw line and make 10 out of 10, I'm confident because I've had historical data of me succeeding at something. It's hard to be confident if you haven't succeeded in something. So just make it so your successes are really easy to do. You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
I go to the gym, if I say I'm going to go 5 times a week and I go, I'm confident in creating a routine doing that. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, they don't have their goals. So they're just driving. They're just running.
Yeah,
they're
they're
just
just
going. But it's
going
like,
with the flow.
you're going, yeah, but what if you're going in the wrong direction? So I think really just doing self-analysis and really asking yourself, what is a successful day to me? Or what am I even going towards? Some people just want to be busy to be busy. You can be busy all fucking day and not get shit done, bro.
Wrong
Yeah.
priorities.
You got to be productive. I've had some days where I spent 2 hours and I've been more successful or productive than when I've, worked for 8 hours. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the office, like, because when I'm in the office with my boys, man, it's like my boys. We were family now. So sometimes we'll go and fuck around, bro. We playing hot potato. We're playing a little mini hoop, bro. Like, we were playing basketball so hard in our office, we busted a hole in the wall. We had to get our contractor to come and fix that shit. Like, we really do, like, kind of go crazy sometimes. And we have to dial back and say, man, like, we don't even have to be here 9 to 5. We can be here 11 to 3 and get a lot of shit done if we lock in. You know what I'm saying? So I like the 15-minute thing because it lets you know where your time is going. For me particularly, I've built a successful enough foundation where I don't have to micromanage myself that much. But that's just me. It might not be for you. You know what I'm saying? So some people, they may be that go hard dude where they got to go, wake up at 5 a.m., work out, do a cold shower, and do your thing.
Fuck the cold
And that's
shower.
cool. And that's cool.
Fuck the cold
But
shower.
for me, I don't need a cold shower to make multiple 6 figures a year. I don't,
Bruh.
nigga. Like, that's just me.
I used
So
to
I
try
think
that.
people are just letting society tell them what you have to do to be successful.
Yeah.
But for some people, or for everyone, it's different.
But you
know-
brought this up last time where you were like, okay, go the fuck home. Like, I feel like the problem is, man, people, I feel like the problem is people, they got a job and then they hear somebody like you guys, right? And they're like, okay, bet, I want to be an entrepreneur, but I got this job, I got these bills, I got a girlfriend, I
Bro.
got whatever, fucking friends or whatever it is. And it's like, damn, like, if I venture out and now I want to be on, or I'm in school, right? Whatever it is. And you venture out and you want to be an entrepreneur, you're like, man, like, I got no free time now. But it's almost like not having free time is kind of what leads you to have fucking
like,
free
yeah,
time.
that's-
Yeah, I mean,
Bro, there was a time I'm pretty sure all of us had no free time.
Yeah, we were just
but that's just
grinding.
like what you think.
But that's kind of
Bro,
good.
and then in the moment that you're like, okay, actually I do have time, and you start putting that time to focus on something that you want to build, once you do that, it's a wrap. Because if you stay consistent enough and you start, every single day you come home from work, you shower, you take care of the little things that you need to do, and then, let's say 8 p.m., you focus from 8 to 10 p.m., do, your side business, and you start working on that, that's going to replace your job. That's going to give you more free time, just that 2 hours a night. 2 hours a night. You do that 5 days straight, you'll see all that you've accomplished. You know what I mean? A lot of people, they don't do that. They're like,
Yeah.
dang, like I come home from work and I
I'm
have to
tired.
I got to do all this and this and this. And then I knock. And I'm like, bro, if you just stay up, like
That's what
if
I'm
you just stay
saying.
up
I
for
hate
2
when people
hours.
like, I have a job and I have school. That's not shit, bro. Like, bro, we run multiple businesses every
Bro.
single day, bro. If you go to school and have a job, that's not shit, bro. Honestly, you work 9 to 5, you go home and you chill.
Yeah.
So if you can't take your chill time and grind, bro, you don't deserve shit.
Bro, check this out. When I was going to school and I was working, I was like, okay, I really have no time, right? But then I was like, okay, actually, I can have people meet me in between classes because this is when I was like trapping shoes heavy. It's like college, high school type shit. So I was just like, all right, after this, I'm gonna meet this person and I'm gonna have them come here. And it's all about negotiating. Like, look, if you come here, I'll lower the price $10. And it works. Like, you're still making money and you still have that 15-minute time block to go to your next class. And I was doing that. And then I was working at Sunglass Hut. People were coming into my job just, you know, buying shoes, selling shoes. And my work, my boss was like pissed. She'd be like, you can't be doing that. I'm like, why? Like, why can't I do that?
Yeah.
And then she'd be like, you know, like it's Sunglass Hut. I'm like, all right, anyway, it's like I'm doing this shit anyway. You know what I mean? I pull them out the back, boom, easy transaction. I was making bread. And that was because I was like, if I can do this, I can leave this job and, you know, potentially drop out of school one day. And because I did that, you know, that's led me to leave my job and drop out of school. So
you got to do what you got to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Like, I can remember every single time, or not every single time, that like the periods in our life where like me, you, and Will, we were in grind mode. Like when you guys were at Post, like that was my like grind mode. Like I wanted to move to Post so bad, bro, but I was like, I gotta chill at the crib and go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then Will started going crazy. Like Will was like, I can't hang, I can't chill. I'm like, hey man, I get it. And then I can't chill. You know what I'm saying? Like we had those times where we sacrificed fun to just go crazy because 3 months of productivity can give you 6 months of freedom. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I remember like Will and you would come to my crib and you would be like, yo, we're about to go eat. And I'll be like, all right, I'm not going. Like, I'm not going, whatever. And then it was just like, it wasn't no hard feelings. It was just like, bro, I'm in grind mode. And if I leave right here, when I come back, I'm going to look at it and I'm not going to do it. And that was just like a point in time. I think it was right after your birthday, after October, November, December, January. I was in full grind mode because I was like, I just had like one of those moments where it was like, bro, I need to come up. And I was just like, I need to take this shit serious. And like, if I don't take it serious, I'm going to end up fucking up one day and then not going to make what I want to make.
Yo, side note, didn't you see Lil Baby today?
No, I didn't see Lil Baby.
He just bought all your shit?
He bought all my shit, yeah.
All the stuff you got in Cali?
Yeah, I was supposed to see him yesterday. I texted Will too. I was like, bro, I'm going to get him to...
How did that happen?
So my boy Pat, he helps me sell a lot of my stuff. And he told me yesterday was his girl's birthday. So we were supposed to pull up yesterday and sell him a bunch of stuff before his girl's birthday. But then, you know, it's his girl's birthday. It was all big or whatever. And then Pat was just like, look, he's just going to meet you tomorrow. And then it ended up turning into, I'm going to meet him tomorrow. So I was like, all right, whatever. Bread is bread. But he bought hella stuff. Yeah, I went to Cali, bought a bunch of clothes from this one store. Shirts were like $190.
Jesus.
Hoodies were like, what, $450 plus taxes.
That's insane.
And then everything I'm selling is like double the price.
It's
crazy.
God for credit, man. You bought it with your credit card, I'm assuming, right?
Nah, I bought it with cash.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He
This
said,
guy.
I'm spending thousands like money.
This man's
Bro.
got bread, man. Being rich is lit.
Nah, that shit's crazy. Like, I like reselling because of that.
The
the
turnaround's pretty fast.
Because like, even though I didn't see Lil Baby, it's
Yeah.
like I have a connection to Lil Baby.
Yeah.
Like I can.
It's cool to be in that sphere.
Yeah, and it's like I know my stuff is going to a celebrity.
Yeah.
Which is dope.
And
it's
eventually
like,
you're gonna meet them, and you never know where that could spin
Bro,
off. You know what I'm saying?
I've met like certain people. Like I met Shaq, I met Wife and Lucci, I met Quavo, I met Rich the Kid, and like people. I met Offset. People like that is like, damn, like I'm in here.
Oh, God,
I'm in
bro.
the same room, and
That's
you can't
crazy, 'cause
you
they
can't
gotta stay
fanboy
gypped up.
because you're like a
Yeah, you can't see them.
Business.
yeah, you're like a it's on some business shit, and you
Yeah.
don't want to be that business person that's like in the room, and then they're like, I don't feel like meeting with this kid because he's always like trying to take a picture or like flex.
Exactly. You got to keep it cool.
Yeah, hell no.
That's hard though.
But I remember like my first deal with a celebrity, it was for some Balenciagas, and like I was like, damn, like I'm moving up. Shit was lit.
All right, man. Let's see what we got next.
These questions are a good idea.
Yeah.
Low key, but
I know we might
No
have to
dead
get to
air.
all of them. Let's see. Discuss. This is from Grant Roddy _.
shout out Grant.
Shout out Grant, my boy. Discuss a few of your worst moments of being an entrepreneur. That's
Damn.
tough. Let's
Worst
start with Will this
moments?
time.
Room got silent. Will,
Bruh, I
floor's
got one.
yours.
I got one.
PTSD.
Will, floor's yours.
Bruh, worst part of being an entrepreneur Is that the question, right?
Yeah.
Worst
Discuss a
moment. Oh,
few
worst
of your
moment.
worst moments being an entrepreneur. That's toughy.
So I got one. Me and Will went out. We got a Jeep for a detailing company.
Yeah.
Ended up not doing the detailing company.
I remember that shit, bro. There was one month y'all niggas were just creating businesses out of nowhere, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like that shit was ass, and like we thought we were gonna do
Is
it.
that the Jeep y'all have now?
Yeah,
Oh,
on
shit.
Turo though.
So we got
That's
this
what's
Jeep.
fitting.
We got this Jeep.
That was
We were
the
like, look,
worst
we're gonna get
decision.
bro. How
we're
does
gonna
that
get
happen?
we're gonna start a detailing company where like no detailing company has a Jeep. As soon as we got the Jeep, we realized why no detailing company has a fucking Jeep, bro. You can't put a fucking water tank in the back of that shit, bro. But like it went from like we were getting this Jeep to start this detailing company to we got the Jeep and we were like, damn, this Jeep is lit. So it just started getting lit with the Jeep. And then the payments started hitting. Bro, 800. 800.
Yes, bro.
Every month I would have Lex like, yo, sell me 400. I'm like, sell you 400 bro, for what?
Bro, that shit was so ass.
Oh
And I
my
remember
God.
that's
for
one L I took that we took, and I was just like, never again. Like, and it goes
That's
back
crazy.
to the rule where it's like, don't start a business you really have nothing about. Like, if you're already doing something, right? Why go into a whole nother
Something
field when
just-
neither of you know how to detail?
And
Like,
honestly, this shit was Lex's fault, bro.
no cap, no cap.
Because like, bro, Lex will tell you before we started this shit, bro. There was like a good 2 months where Lex was like, bro, let's start this shit. And then,
Yeah.
like those 2 months, I was like, bro, you really think we're gonna have time for this shit? And then like, bro, you really think we're gonna have time for this shit? Like, I don't think we're gonna have time for this shit. And then he convinced me, bro. Somehow.
Bro.
Somehow
the-
convinced
And,
me.
y'all get the
I'm,
Jeep, though?
I'm 100%, I agree, right? I'm responsible for the L, right? But I remember, like, bro, Will was on it though. Will was like, bro, facts, we gonna make this shit hard. And when he started saying that, you know, I got like hype. I was like,
Cause
facts.
bro, we obviously being an entrepreneur, bro, or like just being a business owner in general, like you might say no to an idea, but then it gets to that, you get to that ego side of you where it's like, I mean, shit, like really, I could do this shit
Yeah.
if I
Oh,
really
God.
like, cause honestly, bro, if we really wanted to,
Yeah, we could do
we
it.
could have blew that shit up, but
But
we
we
didn't
didn't.
want to.
I just don't know
Because
how much
none of us wanted to
profit is
watch-
in that though.
I mean,
Is there enough?
bro,
the way we were doing it, no, there's not enough profit because our expenses were way over our head. Like we were tripping. Like
Like
it was-
honestly, bro, like
3% battery.
the thing with us is we were getting too hyped. Like before we were doing any jobs, we were getting the finest
Yeah.
detailing like chemicals and shit.
Oh
didn't even
my
know how
God.
didn't even know how to use
Give me a
them.
Coke if you don't
oh
mind.
yeah, me too.
I'm actually gonna plug you up real quick.
We were getting the Nike
Oh,
drip,
bet.
the Nike detail ATL merch. Like
Bro, we were snapping. Like we were so focused, and this is why it's such a L because like we were so focused on making it fi to where it's like, but we had no work. we had no experience.
and then when it came to like getting jobs, we would look at each other like, yo, like,
Who we detailing?
like can this chemical go on that color paint? Like, are we
Yo,
about to
I
put this-
went to fuck so much shit up, bro.
Like-
I remember you had a
But
logo.
the
it
thing
had a-
is, though, we wanted to do nice cars. We didn't want to do a Honda or a fucking Toyota.
Damn, why you look at me? when you
Because,
say that?
bro, no, I'm saying like
toughy.
we just didn't want to do those cars. We were like Porsches,
Yeah,
Ferrari.
because that's how it's good content and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
and
you
we were
know?
like, yo, you know what? Like, we're not going on the ass route. We're going to make our shit fi, so then we can go on the fi route. And then we ended up going on no route.
And then we start realizing, like, when you work on cars like that, there's certain like chemicals and shit that you cannot
Yeah,
put
you
on that
can't
car.
put
Yeah, and you get the
and
stuff
if
that
you
you have
put
to,
it
like-
on that car, bro, you're going to have to pay like
Yeah.
hella because
why
you
so?
fucked it up.
Why so?
Because, I mean, like, some cars is like, it might be hand
Like
painted
some
or some
Lambos,
bullshit, I
bro,
don't
the
know.
wheels, you can't just use any type of like spray to clean those wheels or like they're gonna start to like deteriorate. Like
Yeah.
the color's gonna come off. Like
So
there's
the
a
goal
lot-
was to be luxury.
yeah.
Oh, so
And
that's
we
why I
were
left the
gonna
Jeep.
make it dope. Like Will would be like, bro, because Will was honestly the idea with the Jeep. And he was the one who's
So
like,
it's Will's fault.
nah, Will came up with the Jeep though. And Will was like, we need a Jeep. And I'm like,
I was just
yo.
behind like the marketing, bro. Like I was
Yeah.
like, bro, we're not gonna have like a truck like everyone else. We're gonna have a Jeep, so automatically we're fine.
And our friend
Second-
told us, don't get a Jeep.
Yeah. Second, what we were gonna do is like we would clean the person's car, and we would have like an app or like some VR shit where it's like we would take pictures of the car, like 360 pictures of the car.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
even if you weren't there, you would get a message from us where you could literally see your car and like turn it 3D and see what's clean and what wasn't clean, like see before and afters. Like
Right.
we had a good idea, bro. And like we had the people to make it work, but it all came down to just like
Getting the job.
motivation and like, did we really want to do it? And no, we had other businesses that were making us money. Like,
Yeah.
So why
So
Like,
it was
why
kind of
is
like
stick your
why
neck out for something that may not hit?
exactly, and that's honestly one of the biggest L's.
and that's
I
a lesson
took.
you should learn too. Like
So what's like the biggest takeaway from that? L?
the biggest takeaway is like, if you started a business and it's making you money,
Don't do anything
don't
else.
get like those what was the
Shiny
word?
Those
object
highs.
syndrome?
I
Yeah,
guess.
don't get the shiny object syndrome. Like
scale.
I've done that multiple times in
Me too.
like
Yeah.
in like my
Same.
career doing this shit. Like for example, like I used to be into like wholesaling, bro.
Yeah.
And the only reason
I
I
remember
got
that shit, bro.
That shit was-
I was like, this nigga's coming into my side of town, bro.
yeah,
Yo.
I really almost came up on DOOLEY, but we'll talk
I
about
remember
that,
that,
shit.
bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'll keep it 100, bro. I'm like, these niggas might make 25 bands off this deal, bro. How? I've never even done that, and I do this for.
Wait, are you talking about that
Remember
one
our
crib? Bro, that was the first crib. I was like, because Will was upstairs, I remember, and I found this crib, and I'm like, yo, this crib is a movie. Like, this is a moneymaker. Like, we're going to come up. Last crib on the block. Every other house is renovated. Corner house. And I'm like, yo, Will, we need to go now. Like, I called the homeowner. He's there. Will's like, bro, he not there. I'm like, bro, nah, he's there, bro. Like, let's go. He's like, bro, all right, call him again. Like, make sure we can go. I'm like, bro, let's fucking go. So we hop in the Jeep. We pull up. We feel fine because we're in a Jeep.
Yeah,
Like,
it's the month we had the Jeep.
yeah, so
The
we're
one
like, yo,
month.
we lit. It was like July.
Before the payment hit.
Yeah, fact.
Slick. So we pulling up. We're like, hey, we lit. So we pull up, talk to the homeowner, do the home inspection. We're like, all right, bet. He was like, I know what y'all gonna do with the house. We don't know what the fuck we gonna do with the house. We're like, all right, bet. Whatever. We're just gonna go whatever he says. Will hits up his homie. We get the contract. We make him sign the contract for what we thought a good number. And we're like, yeah, we're finna come up. Everyone like, who was it? Tan?
Yeah, 10.
Tan, he told us, he was like, yeah, that's a good house. Like, that's a really good
It
house.
wasn't a good neighborhood. Was it on Kirkwood or something like that?
Yeah,
it
something
was
like
on
that.
Kirkwood,
It
like
could-
the
y'all,
street.
y'all got too greedy, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Y'all could have made like 5-10 bands.
Yeah, we
probably.
could have. We could
Y'all
have made
got
at
too
least
greedy,
3
bro.
bands.
Y'all
Bro,
could have made something, but y'all were just asking. Wait, y'all were trying to retire off one deal, bro.
Yo,
Bro, but we
fact.
were lit though. Like that home, I thought that
But
was
the
it.
fact that y'all got something under contract, and,
Yeah.
like, it was
and
impressive. to me.
I remember when we didn't go through with the deal, I remember telling myself, well, at least I got that shit on the
Bro,
contract.
I remember when we got that shit under contract to drive back to post. We was playing some music. We had to fucking windows there. Like, yo, we just came up, bro.
Bro, we were lit. Me and Will, bro,
dead
I
as
remember
hell.
getting in the whip. I pulled out, some regular shit. I look at Will.
I remember posting that shit in the Facebook group on the way home, getting offers. Like, oh, yeah.
oh my god,
Yo,
It's all
offers
right.
like 10K over.
that's
Yo, never lose, only learn.
this man is
Fuck.
trying to have the
Yeah, with the
podcast in
shots.
early.
Damn, I'm running out of Coke, too.
I got you another one.
But yeah, man, that shit was crazy. Wholesale, because when Will introduced me to it, I already knew you were doing it, and I was like, damn, that's a money machine. I remember getting Podio, Spokio, fucking
Bro, I had
doing
everything.
all
I had
that.
fucking Lexus, Nexus. I had all the resources. I had Tan. I
Y'all
had
be going crazy.
JB.
The thing is though, like,
I had the Yeti
Anything
mic.
I
How'd you
put
find
my
out
mind
about
to, bro.
How did wholesale ever come up?
I don't know, bro.
I
Like
learned
that's the
from-
thing though that I was trying to get to is like when you're an entrepreneur, bro, and you have a business and you're making money from that business, there's gonna be shit that pops up on social media or wherever you're looking.
Your
You're
friends.
gonna see other people making money in other ventures.
yeah,
And you shouldn't let that distract you, bro. Cause like I guess I was doing wholesaling for like 2 months or like 3 months maybe. But like when I look back on it, like if those 2-3 months I would have just kept focusing on ecom degree, like I might be at 1,000 students already, like
yeah. It's
You-
like when you see someone, a business is hitting. It's like like I said, the shiny object syndrome. But you wouldn't know that they've been in the business 3 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was like me, bro. I was doing Forex, I was drop shipping, wholesaling,
Yeah.
being a realtor, I was doing everything, bro. I was like, why am I doing this, and that when I can just do this and go hard? So for me now, I'm just doing real estate and SMU, and it's making me more money than when I was doing 6 different things.
Yeah.
But how'd you
And
find
that's
out about
why.
it?
About
My bad, keep
wholesaling.
going.
Oh,
Yeah, like where did this shit even come up from?
I mean,
'Cause
I
learned
started
about it through y'all.
wholesaling about 3-4 years ago, bro. Like literally, like me and my mom were just driving, and she was like, I was like, man, I wish I can get into real estate. You know what I'm saying? What you do is cool. She's like, why don't you? When she said that, I was like, I just never thought about like
Wholesale.
getting into real estate. Because when I thought about real estate, I thought of buying and flipping houses. I need 100 bands, whatever. But she introduced me to this guy named Ramon Tukes. Shout out to him, who actually gave me a book called Flipology, where it basically showed me how to get houses under contract and flip the contract. And once I read the book and the concept registered in my mind, it clicked to me because I was like, okay, this is something that I thought was a scam, you know what I'm saying? And I read it, and now I realize people are making $100K a month doing this.
Yeah.
So I went from thinking this is a scam to now seeing the potential, all because I got educated. What the fuck else don't I know? You know what I'm saying? So I was so knowledge hungry, bro. I was like, bro, like, there's so many things that I'm not understanding just because I don't have the knowledge, just because I don't know what I don't know. So once I realized that all that's stopping me from being rich is having the knowledge of the vehicles to get there, I was just so knowledge hungry that I was going to meetings. I was going crazy, bro. But to get back on topic, my most painful thing, I guess, was when I lost 19 bands. You know what I'm saying? In real estate. $19,000, bro.
Jesus Christ.
$19,000. And this was when I had maybe like, probably only like 30 bands in my account, bro. Maybe. That's crazy. I was like, I think
So
I was
like
20.
3/4.
I think I was 21.
Damn.
And I was just coming up, SMU was hitting. And it was actually my mentor that helped me close my first deal. And it was Ron Dimmick. So Ron, my man Ron, man, you did me dirty. It's crazy because this man still be like posting me on his IG talking about, man, I've seen this guy go from zero to hero. Congrats. Nigga, you scammed me. Like, what do you mean, bro? Like, stop posting. You scammed
wait a minute.
You scammed me, bro.
This
Pause,
is intermission. Intermission. We gotta hear
in
it.
the beginning, you said shout out to
No. I said Ron Dimmick is the guy, but Ramon Tukes is the guy that got me into wholesaling.
We gotta hear it.
Ron
We gotta hear
Dimmick
it.
is a guy that I met at a meeting, and he was low-key my mentor for a minute too. He helped me do my first wholesale deal.
And
I
you-
did my first wholesale deal with him when I was in Pizza Hut, and I went into the bathroom to make the call, and he said, hey, earnest money is in, we're closing. I said, bet. I walked out, and I quit that day. You know what I'm saying? I made like maybe $1,200.
Still.
But so I'm stacking that money wholesaling, doing SMU. And he's like, yo, man, I have 2 properties that you can invest in. One for $12K, one for $7K. They just need a little bit of money to finish the rehab. And that's the first thing, bro. If someone needs extra money to do the rehab, don't do it. Because if you're going over budget on your rehab, you're already fucking up the project. But for me, I just didn't know what I didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't know that, going over budget is normal. Let me just invest some money. No, bro. Like, I have, for this flip I'm doing in Decatur, I have a $75K budget. If I go over that, that means I'm either putting my money in or I'm asking the lender for more bread. I'm not going to random people asking for money. So that was sketchy, but I didn't know it was sketchy. Basically, one of those properties, that was like 2 years ago. One of those, I was super excited. I'm a young kid. You can see the post on my Instagram. You can go, I think it was September 2 years ago. Like, I'm not capping. I made a whole video, bro. I thought I was lit. I said, yo, man, today's the day. I just invested in 2 properties in Atlanta with my mentor. I'm lit. I thought I was lit, bro.
How much did you invest?
I invested 19 bands.
Oh,
You
okay.
invested in both, 7 and
Yes,
1, 12 and
we had
the-
1 for 12, 1 for 7. So I gave that nigga 19 bands cash.
And they both flopped.
Damn.
And one of them got foreclosed on. One of them, the guy ran out of money, couldn't pay the bank, and the bank foreclosed. Lost 7 bands. And the other one is still on the market today. The lender or the contractor finessed him, and then the lender took back the property, and then they rehabbed it, and it's been on market for like 7 months. But it's on the market today and it's
Jesus.
finished. Yeah, what's the address? It's like 3016 Cloverhurst in East Point.
Yo, pull up with a Molotov.
Yeah, pull up. No, don't fuck my shit up. It's still in the market. So that one
Oh,
could
no, you're still involved
So
in
that
it?
one could still sell, and I'd make maybe about 16 bands off that one. So I'm still, it's just a whole thing, because then when it sells, then I have to reconnect with that dude and get my bread. You know what I'm saying? So I really just count it as a loss.
Yo, never mind. You didn't scam me.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
Wait a sec. So you're still on it though.
the thing is though, the guy Ron connected me with two people who were doing their first flip.
Oh God.
Which at the beginning, why would you connect me with two people who don't know what they're doing? It doesn't make sense. Why would you put me in a position where
It's
I'm
like connecting a beginner
yes,
to another
where I'm-
beginner.
and then
Yeah.
he charged me a $2,000 brokerage fee for putting together the deal. It doesn't make sense, bro. So either way, bro, I just count him out. Bro, I
Fuck
tell you, bro,
Ron,
like
dude.
I just didn't think about the risk. I just thought I put down 19 bands, I get 20% in 6 months, I'm good. Because technically right now I could sue because my balloon payment was for 6 months. So at 6 months, I was due my 19 grand plus.
Oh, you had it on contract?
Yeah, so I have a contract. So low-key, I could really sue, but I'm just not like
Sweet.
yeah, I'd have to go after the bank for that one that got foreclosed on, but the other one I could sue. But the thing is, the guy that's flipping it is broke too. So,
Damn.
and I'm up, so I'm not gonna sue this man and garner his wages and get $100 a week. Yay, you know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping like that. But
Damn, fuck Ron.
you know, so I
dude.
had a contract, luckily or whatever. But it's just
funny.
like
Fuck Ron.
at the end of the day, you can't sue someone that doesn't have money because they have nothing to give you. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of accepted my L, but it took me a long time to really fathom that, damn, I really thought that I was going to like, you know, I finally came up. I had about 30 bands. I invested 19 and then I lost it. It set me back, bro. And the emotional pain I went through, not only from feeling betrayed and then feeling, you know, ignorant to what I didn't know. And then obviously the capital loss. It was very hard, bro. It was like, bro, I'm about to just get a fucking job, bro. This is too stressful, bro.
I'm going
So
through
it's
that.
almost like being an entrepreneur is super painful
When you
because
lose.
we go through a lot of things that the average person won't, and we go through more stress and we have more on our plate.
Bro, honestly, bro, I look
No
at you
cap.
differently now. Like I got more respect for you
And
after
the
you
thing is,
saying
this is the
that.
thing though. And
I
what,
did not
and what
know that
happened?
shit.
What happened? I lost 19 bands. What'd I do?
Came
I
up.
learned. I linked up with Jonathan Phillips and I flipped another goddamn house and made 50 bands and I came up. You know what I'm
But
saying?
we just gotta stop for a second, bro. Bro, dead ass, that's some respect, bro. You lost 19 bands.
19 bands cash.
And you kept
cash. You literally see, I want to, bro, you see the post? I made a whole video, bro. I have a voiceover. I'm like, sometimes you just really don't know how life's going to go. And sometimes you just pull the trigger. I'm like, and I lost 19 bands, goddamn
Bro,
it.
why didn't you start off this question, bro?
Because
That's a real
Because
answer
I don't
right
want to talk about the
You
pain,
should
bro.
have took the whole
there.
question.
Mad respect, bro.
Because
Mad
it
respect.
was, and the thing is though, and the takeaway is that I learned that I'm a real nigga, bro. Because I lost $19,000 and that is quit and go get a job. No, I said bet. I take my L, I take responsibility. Now I'm gonna link up with someone who actually knows their shit, like Jonathan Phillips, and not, you know, one of the top realtors here in Atlanta, who was like my same age, 23. We flipped a house over in Edgefield, flipped it with our own money. 3 days on market, sold it for asking price. You know what I'm saying?
He's a young goat.
Yeah,
Young goat, bro.
tough.
He's flipping like 3 houses right now in Marietta.
You shouldn't have
Yeah.
brought that up.
And so,
'cause we
and I
got
made
this
my
shot
money
now.
back and then some, bro.
I was about to pay.
Yo, you got to be out of your mind.
I was about to pay.
Jesus.
Jonathan was doing an Eventbrite, and I was about to pay to get in. I'm pissed I didn't pay to get in. I
Oh.
forgot what happened, but he was doing like a real estate.
Yeah, he's
thing,
doing a real
and
estate
I wanted
thing.
to learn. But like I was laughing, bro, because like I remember in the middle of Alexis' lease, bro, at Post. This man was like, he came up to me all happy and shit. He was like, "Yo, bro, I think I'm gonna get a job at Louis. It's gonna be lit."
Wait,
I looked
wait.
at this dude. I was like,
Wait, who said that?
"This man."
Oh,
I remember.
I was
It
like,
wasn't Louis.
I was like, bro. And he was
wasn't-
like, "Yeah, bro, I'm gonna get like discounts and shit." I was like, "Bro, no matter what excuse you give me, bro, you're ass."
Oh, God.
It wasn't Louis.
You lucky you didn't tell me that shit. I would have
It
smacked
was like Louis or
I
Gucci
remember
or
the
Gucci
goddamn-
or
The-
some
my
bullshit.
thought process. My thought process was it was Rolex. It wasn't Louis. It was Rolex. My friend
Who the
worked at
fuck?
Rolex, right?
Imagine this man pitching you Rolex.
And she was
so
like,
bad.
"Oh, like, are you looking for a job?" And I'm like, "No, the fuck." She was like, "Well, you can come work at Rolex." And I'm like, "Rolex?"
stuffy.
And you know, like just hearing Rolex, I'm like,
Yeah.
"Shit, I don't have a Rolex." Like, all right. I was like, "Yeah, like, tell me more information, right?" She's like, "Well, we're looking for people, blah blah blah. You're young, you look good, blah blah blah." I'm like, "All right, bet." I might do it. She was like, she sends me the application. I tell Will, whatever. I'm honestly, I don't know. Yeah, you probably cooked me. And then I was like, and then I was just like, I went back home and I was just like, yo, what the fuck am I doing? I was like, the fuck? And then I remember I never filled out that application.
Yeah,
and I was like, bro. But there's been times though, like, have you ever, like, I'm pretty sure, have you ever hit that point where you're like, damn, I should just go get a job?
Yeah, there's definitely been points where I'm like, I've never been at the point where I was like, damn, I'm gonna get a job. But I've been at the point where it's like, damn, like, is this shit really gonna work?
Getting
like,
a job would be easier or less stressful.
Yeah.
We take on so much stress. It's like, is it worth it?
Yeah.
No cap. Like, you know, I'll let you answer real quick, but go ahead.
Well, basically, I was gonna say, like, I've been at the point where, like, I'll get in my head too much where I'm like, damn, like, am I in the right business? Like, is there enough money for me to make in here? Like, is this shit, like, I'll even be in the same mindset as other people. I'll be like, damn, like, is this shit really saturated? Like, is there still fucking money to be made?
Nah, bro,
but
like,
it's really just me just, like, being fucking stressed, bro. Like, just being a bitch at the end of the day. Like,
God,
bro. And that goes, I'm glad we're talking about this because, like, sometimes every entrepreneur, honestly, every entrepreneur goes through that. And they're like,
Multiple
damn,
times.
like, is this worth my time? Like, should I continue doing this, right? And I remember just a few months ago, like, so I just recently moved, right? And in my neighborhood, it's like, it's not really entrepreneur based. It's more like old people chilling, whatever, walking their dogs type shit. And I remember, like, I got caught up, and this is just 2 months ago. I got caught up in, like, that lifestyle where it's like the comfortable lifestyle.
What's it called? Like the suburban shit?
Yeah, and I'm like, you know what? Like, I could just like make a little bit here, a little bit there, and I'll be straight, right?
I'd have to smack the sonic rings out of you if you get a job, bro.
No. I wasn't gonna get a job, but I was like thinking, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really have to make as much bread, bro.
To look comfortable, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, you know, I could chill like this, right? And then I went to California this past weekend. Saw my boy Charbel at the airport.
That was lit.
But we get to California, you know, off rip, I'm like, damn, this feels good. Like, I'm not in Georgia. The weather here is dope. The people here are cool. And then I'm like, I continue on with the trip. I start seeing Ferraris. I start seeing Porsches. And all the drives in California are pretty long distance. So it's like, you know, when you probably drive, you're thinking, right? So I'm thinking, I'm like, bro, this shit is different. Like, I'm seeing Ferraris, I'm seeing Lambo trucks, I'm seeing Porsches, I'm seeing people enjoying life. Casual shit. Like, over here, you don't really see that much. So I'm like, I'm like, bruh, the fuck was I thinking? I'm like, I cannot be comfortable. Like, I need to come up. And I'm like, I'm there for business to begin with. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna come up, and as soon as I get back from Cali, I'm going off. Came back from Cali, went off. I've only been back for like a few months. Rented a U-Haul, went to South Carolina, went to Augusta, Georgia, went all over Atlanta type shit. And bro, like, that shit was like a blessing. That was like God telling me, like, you've been bullshitting. You know what I mean?
Sometimes it just takes an environment. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why for me, and I was talking to my partner Benny about it as well. Call. It's like I force myself to be surrounded by
cool
luxury
shit.
things and people and ideas, because not only does it force me to level up because I got to pay my shit. You know what I'm saying? I got to afford where I live. I got to afford what I drive. But it's like, I'm just a very mental person. If I feel good, I do good, bro. And like, the thing is why my Tesla getting fucked up hurt me so bad, bro, is because I hate going backwards in life. Like, all my shit goes up, bro. All my vacations are nicer. All my spots are nicer. All my friends are richer. Everything, you know what I'm saying? I like to go up. You know what I'm saying? So having to, you know, obviously nothing against my Honda. I love that car. But going from like just getting in my car and in a Tesla feeling like so just good about what I'm doing, and then having to go backwards, it was such like a loop. It threw me for a loop, bro. Like, I low-key was like, I'm not gonna say depressed because that's OD, but I was like, it really made me think like,
emotional
distress. If you're not careful, you can attach yourself to material things. You know what I'm saying?
I've done that before.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I really, like, when I drove my car, I felt like the man, bro. Like, people are looking at me, people are like, oh, what is that? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my Honda, bro. I feel like a ghost, bro. I'm like, I'm at a gas station. I'm like, what is going on, bro? And it really gave me time to think, bro. I'm like, what do I care more about? Do I care that I'm not in a Tesla, or do I care that people aren't seeing me in a Tesla? You know what I'm saying? I had to really like self-analyze and think like, am I attaching myself to material things? Or am I just the average guy that anyone will be pissed if their car gets fucked up? You know what I'm saying? So you have to take those moments to really analyze, like, why do you feel good or bad about certain situations, or what brings you happiness and what about those things bring you happiness? You know what I'm saying? And obviously we attach a lot of our self-esteem to the success we've had. And I think it's a good thing for me because I would not be happy if I was not successful. I just wouldn't be able to, if I just woke up and didn't feel like I was somebody or something or going in the right direction. I just don't know how I'd be able to feel happy about myself. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
And
I gotta stop y'all right now for a second. I don't think you guys realize this, but the last like 15 minutes has been sauce. Like answering questions is fine, but I think the realism of sharing the anxiety, the fact that like, yo, fuck, is it saturated? Is it, and what
It's
am I doing?
scary,
That's
bro.
what people need to hear, man. Because people think that like, fuck, Dooley's fucking getting a Tesla, he's getting another Tesla. Will's goddamn hitting 350 a month, but it's real life,
Bro,
fucking
it's
Alexis
real
driving
life
across
shit,
country.
bro. They don't see the anxiety, bro.
Yeah.
Facts.
Like there's times, bro, and luckily my girl like holds it down, bro. But low key, like there's these some days, and for me, my de-stressing is playing Xbox. That's how I de-stress. But I'll come home, bro, and I promise you, like there's, you know, I don't even know, bro. Like, I'm just going through my head right now, but it's like there's so much going on. I feel superhuman to even be able to handle it. Like we have a flip going on. We got, you know, especially this past 30 days for me, bro. Like my last apartment had mold, so I had to move out in a week. And then my taxes get fucked up and I gotta do all this. And then my office randomly shut down because COVID and I gotta get new office. And then we got new VAs we gotta hire. You know what I'm saying? It's so much. And it's like, is it even worth the anxiety that I'm going through and the mental stress to be able to carry out this lifestyle that I have?
That's what
And
people need to hear,
and
man.
it is
Yes.
because I'm a natural born problem solver. So what I fail to understand or see sometimes is that my life is revolved around going through certain things and hardships and having the tenacity to be able to mentally solve these issues. Like I said, I'm a natural born problem solver. I love having problems because I love solving the
them,
problems.
Yeah, I
You know what I'm
100%
saying? So
agree
sometimes
with
the stress is needed because if I just had an easy life, okay, what do I do?
You'd be
What do I
Yeah.
fix? I'm bored as hell. You know what I'm saying?
that. Bro,
So you have to really find the silver lining in the stress, in the anxiety, you know? And obviously it's easier when we're at a certain point where we have maybe some type of financial foundation where it's not like if I don't sell this shoe, I'm gonna go broke or whatever, you know? But for people like where I was, where it's like if I don't close this deal, I have to get a job. I mean, that pressure can crack you. It can break
Yeah.
you.
But
you
that's
know?
what people need to hear, man. That's what people don't feel like. They're like, fuck, like that's what I feel.
Well,
but Dooley doesn't feel that. Lex
Yeah,
doesn't feel
but
that.
we do.
We
And that's
do,
a
though,
super
like,
important thing. I
that's
want them
what
to
we
know
need,
that
bro.
we feel that pressure, bro. Even to this day, I feel that pressure every day, but I just know that it costs to be a fucking boss, bro. So if I gotta cry to my girl and literally cry 3 minutes, I'm done. All right, let's get back to it. It is
Dude,
what it is,
But
bro.
relating's good though. Like when I was on that flight, bro, and I knew Lex was on the flight, I was low key like, you know what? If someone gets up right now and they're like, you know, Allah Akbar, I wouldn't feel too bad. I wouldn't even feel too bad. I look back.
You
I'd be
wouldn't
like,
feel bad because he'll die too?
No, I'd be like, yo, Lex, we're in this together. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what the
Nah, bro. Look, that's an extreme example. But when you can relate, when you can relate, bro, when you can relate to an anxiety,
Wait.
Wait,
You couldn't just.
I gotta pee, bro.
bro,
all right. But look,
when-
look, let me
when
go
you
back
can
to
relate.
the problem. The problem. Let me go back to the
it's
problem
when you can
solving
relate,
and whatever.
bro. When you can relate about anxiety, is
Bro.
what I'm trying to say. Like you're giving people
Because
an
you feel
option
like
to
you're not
relate.
alone.
Yeah, like someone's listening to this right now, and they're right there.
They're
like,
feeling
Yeah.
it. It's like, wait, so I want to be like these guys, and I'm sharing the same emotions and
Yes.
anxieties
Yeah.
they do.
So
So
I'm
I feel like
like-
I'm on the right path.
yeah, it's like they're about to do their first flip, and if it doesn't work, they got to go back to their job.
Yeah.
And there's like, nah, every flip went good for Dooley. But now
Yeah.
they're like, damn, Dooley lost 19 bands. Dooley felt that way. Dooley cried. Shit, like we're on the same path. That's what people need to hear, man.
Bro, let me talk about problems real quick.
Let's hear it, dude.
So
Let's
when it
fucking
comes to
hear it.
problems, right? I used to be one of those people where it's like I have a problem and I would relate my life around that problem. Like I would complain about this, why I didn't do this because I have a problem. Why I didn't do this because I have a problem, etc. Right? Now it's like I have a problem. I think about it. I'm like, fuck, I have a problem, right? I'm pissed. I think about it for 30 minutes max, honestly. Like if I'm pissed about a problem over 30 minutes, I'm tripping. But once I get that problem, I'm like, okay, I have a problem. I have to figure it out, right? And then you figure it out. You figure it out. Like, you have no choice because you have a problem. You know what I mean?
have to solve
But
it.
there's some people that they have a problem and they don't want to figure it out. And that's why they stay stuck.
They just
That's
want to
why,
escape it.
bro, that's
pity
why they
themselves,
go
bro.
back to the job. That's why they go back to, doing what they were doing. It's like they don't want to figure it out. They just want to figure it out with
find
what
a way
they
to
know.
just make it disappear.
Yeah, and it's not going to disappear. Like, it's never going to disappear. You have to continue,
You have to
hustling.
just face it head on.
Yeah, like there's been times like you lost 19K, right?
Yeah.
I've lost money too, but it's not 19K, but still, like, I've lost money in deals. I've lost money to other people, like paying them for services that didn't work out. And it's like, I could hit up that person right now and be like, yo, I need this money back, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, whatever. I trusted this person. It didn't work out. I'm going to move on. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go ask them for their money back because, they probably already spent that money, if we're being honest.
Yeah,
Right?
They've been spent that.
Yeah, they've
At
been
Louis.
spent that shit. So you can't go back and try to fix problems with stupid shit. You just have to figure it out yourself. And that's what a lot of people don't like to do.
They don't. They
And-
look exteriorly instead of interiorly.
Yeah, and
You know what
once you
I'm saying?
start doing that, it's a wrap. Like you can figure out every problem by yourself.
can.
I feel like as an entrepreneur, like you specialize in problem solving and you also specialize in getting over shit very fast.
Yeah.
And like you get
Ooh,
used to
what's
doing
that?
Super
that.
fast.
And it's
I
like
have to get something to say.
it's like sometimes like I'll be with someone and like they'll be stressing over some shit, right? And I'm like, damn. And then like a couple minutes will go by and they're still stressing over it. And it's like I'm so used to like running into a problem or like something bad happening to me and then immediately getting over it to where it's like when I see other people still stressing over something, it like kind of annoys me. It's
Yes,
like,
it's
damn, like this dude's still stressing over
Yeah.
it. Like,
Bro,
bro, you know you
on
can't
God.
reverse that shit.
Yeah.
Bro. Like, that
God,
shit-
I used to
bro.
be like that though. Like I'm
that's
guilty.
so facts, bro. Because and sometimes, and I think there's a question that goes into like personal life as well. But as an entrepreneur, you cannot linger on shit you can't solve, bro.
Yeah.
You cannot, bro. Like, I guess you can, but as a business owner, it doesn't just cost you your mental health, it costs you money. It costs you a lot. So
time.
you cannot afford to stress on things that you cannot change for too much, bro. Like, my girl, she's kind of an anxious person in terms of if something happens, she's not good at handling her emotions. And I'm literally like, as a boyfriend, I'm teaching her how to rewire her brain on how to attack things and not have them like totally debilitate her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna lie, the last 30 days or whatever of all this happening, that was like the most out of my emotional grasp that I've been, bro. Like, I had to take a week off the office because I was just so like mentally drained. But when people are just complaining, bro, I can't relate to it. Because to me, it's like there's a difference between complaining and venting. Sometimes I have to vent and get it out, but I'm done, bro. The next day, you don't even know that shit happened to me because I'm done and I'm over it. But some people, they're just still on them. I get why your life sucks because one thing happens and it fucking affects the next 2
Bro,
weeks.
the negative,
You know what I'm saying?
the negative energy, like complaints and stuff like
Yes.
that shit can affect an entrepreneur if
eats
you're
you
around
up.
it too much and like you're just dealing with complaints. It gets to a point where it's like, bro, then you start thinking
You
like
can't
that.
be around them.
Yeah,
To-
you
it's like
can't.
you can't be around them
Low
anymore.
vibrational frequencies.
That's why I'm saying
bro.
it annoys you because it's like I feel like at some extent you should kind of be like I know not everybody like sometimes I feel bad because I'm like
not everyone could be
not
like us.
everyone's like me where it's like they can get over something very fast like they might have to like dwell on it a little bit but that is true about like when you're an entrepreneur you can't really be around people like that too much because you can't afford to be and you can't afford for their negative energy to drain you throughout the day
contagious.
like if I'm doing something and then something happens to someone and they get pissed about it and now their pissy attitude is gonna affect my workday, I get pissed. I'm like, fuck, like why?
It's like it's like I gotta handle my baggage and now yours too. Like handle your own shit.
Because then they start talking to you about like all the shit they're
it's just
complaining about.
complaining.
Like,
Yeah,
ask for
and
consent,
There's a
bro.
difference between like talking to you to find a solution or just, hey, pity me. Hey,
Yeah.
feel bad for me. Here's how bad my day was.
And like, no cap, like, bro, there used to be a point in my life where I was a complainer. Like, I was complaining. And then it just got to a point where I had like a realization to myself. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? I'm talking to myself. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not looking for help. I'm just complaining. And then it got to a point where I was just like, all right, I got to fix this. You know, it was like a learning thing. And then now I try to push that to other people. Like, yo, stop complaining. Like, just do this and figure it out. Like, you won't complain no more.
And it's hard, bro. I think it's called being stoic when you're able to like not have your emotional, you know, you're not too emotional about things. You're able to get over things quickly. You know what I'm saying? Because I've had some stuff that'll make someone go out sad, bro. But I literally cannot afford to complain. I have to go to the office. I have to do payroll. I have to do my thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's a superpower to be stoic, bro. I mean, there's some shit where it's like, me and Benny would just be in the elevator like, yo, this shit is tough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, this is so tough. But when I come back tomorrow, we're going to get back to work. Because we cannot afford to dwell, bro. We have a 24/7 business. Yeah. And sometimes it's hard when you're so stoic. Sometimes it's hard to express your emotion. Because sometimes I have to be void of emotions to be economical. Yeah. But then sometimes there are times when I'm with my girl and with friends that it's hard for me to show emotion because I'm so used to not having to express things that happen to me because that's what makes my life easier.
You're so used to like putting it off, but eventually it can catch up to you. Like all that just shit
and you don't want to be like emotionally void, but sometimes it's hard. Like where something fucked up will happen to someone that's not me. And I'll know it's messed up, but I can't find it in me to be naturally like affected by it or feel compassionate about it because for me, I'm so used to taking L's and just bouncing back. Yeah. And I'll know, I'm like, damn, bro, I really should feel more compassionate or have more empathy. But to me, I'm in a moment in my life where not having emotion is more economical for me. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's how I am as well. Like,
that's just deep, bro.
Yeah, that's shit. I'm being dead ass, bro. Facts.
We gotta take a shot.
That's facts.
This dude hears anything. Let's take a shot to that,
bro.
But like,
in frequencies.
I need
it's deep, bro. But that shit's so true,
bro. No, it's true because like
that shit's so true.
I'm being on some sat boy shit. Like I was talking to my girl, and I literally had to tell her. I was like, babe, I know that what. Oh shit.
Well, yeah,
I know we almost killed the bottle, but that shit's disgusting.
Holy shit!
No, that shit's straight.
Never again.
I don't know. I like Henny, so
I mean, I'm used to like dark liquor.
Yeah,
I'm a bitch, dude. I'm used to like light.
Hey, every podcast episode, someone different has to bring the bottle, and we're going this way. So you're next.
The bottle?
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, you brought the bottle?
Yeah.
Well, you already know what I'm bringing.
Okay, so you get next. But
that's straight.
Let me just finish this thought, and then I'll be done. But I'm telling you, bro, like I'm not afraid to be vulnerable emotionally. But there was a time where I had to tell my girl. Because she was going through some shit too. And I don't mean to be like condescending, but it's like some of the stuff that other people go through, like, oh man, someone was mean to me at my job. I'm like, hey, no offense, but I have like a fucking $200,000 property, 300 grand property that's under construction. And I got to make sure that the permitting goes well because if it doesn't, I'm going to lose like 60 grand. So no offense to what you're going through, but literally I'm on some like low-key multi-millionaire shit that I got to deal with. And it's way more important than what you're doing. Although you're validated, it's extremely hard for me to show empathy. I know that I should show empathy, but I'm just not in a position right now to be able to turn my emotions on and off. Bro. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it hurts me because I feel like, have you guys seen Dexter?
No.
Like sometimes, and one time it hurt me, bro, because low-key my mom, bro, she called me a robot because like some things happen and I won't cry about it or I won't show empathy. But the thing is, I can feel something and not know how to express it, so I don't express it. But it doesn't mean I don't feel it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people look at me weird because everyone in the room's crying and I'm not. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but I have to build an emotional foundation where I can feel things and not have to express them. So although I feel the empathy, my expression is not going to be as outward as yours. So it feels like I'm a robot and I feel different. And I feel like, damn, bro, like, of course, making money is good, but am I just going to be like an emotionally void robot that makes $1 million a year? And it really like scares me sometimes because it's like making money is not worth just being devoid of emotion or
Emotion.
compassion. But sometimes I don't have a choice. It's survival. I have to act like this, or I'm gonna drink myself to fucking sleep because the shit I go through on a daily basis is fucking insane, bro.
But
That's
don't you think
crazy.
it's a muscle though? Don't you think it's the type of thing where like you go extreme, it sucks, you get through it, but now you got that muscle. You push it a little more.
Yes,
push it a little
your
more.
brain is a muscle, but it's hard to turn it on and off, especially around women.
Yeah,
It
that
is,
that
yeah.
is crazy that you say that, bro. Because I feel like I'm exactly the same way. Like, are you the same way,
I mean, yeah, most people that do what we do are the same way.
bro? It's insane because like something can happen to a family member, like COVID just happened. Like
Yeah.
I know somebody who went through COVID, and I'm like, damn, like that's sad. You know what I mean? Like I know family members that passed away and stuff, but it doesn't. I'm not saying it doesn't affect me, but it's like I'm sorry, but I gotta move on. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's not like I'm not sorry for you, and it's not like I'm not, I guess, attached to that
Yeah.
emotion
Not you
or
don't
whatever.
care.
Yeah, it's not like I don't care. It's just kind of like, that sucks. And if that happened to me, I'd feel bad, but it didn't. So I have other stuff
Yeah,
going
and
on.
you really can't afford the mental energy to
Yeah.
allocate to this because I have shit to do.
And when stuff happens to me too, is like I don't go on and I want other people to feel bad for me. It's like, I might mention it to you, but it's not like something I don't expect you to go out your way for me. It's kind of just like this shit happened and I got to
pushing.
move on. And that's just how it is. And I feel like a lot of people they get attached to their emotions and then they stay stuck on that to where they can't move on and they can't do the things that they want to do. And then they end up going backwards and then end up in the beginning,
They
which
became
sucks.
a slave to the mentality.
Yeah.
And when you have so many moving pieces in our life, you can't afford, like, I like the word afford because it's like, if I spend 3 days dwelling on something that happened 3 days ago, the next 10 days of my life is fucked up. So it's like, I care, I do, I whatever, I feel it. But the type of life that I live, I just can't afford to dwell on it because it's going to do me more bad than good.
Yeah, but
You
that's
know.
when people throw the phrase out that all you care about is money.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
that's
I-
not true.
And then it just makes it worse.
It
And
makes
it's-
it 10
and it's
times
like,
worse.
I don't
Because
know if-
I've heard that. I've heard people say that to me. And I'm like, that's not it. It's not that all I care about is money. It's just like your problems, I can't have them affect me because I have a future. You know what I mean? Like I have a future that I'm trying to get to.
Mhm.
And, I feel bad for you, and I'm sorry this is happening to you, but I have to continue going to where
Yeah.
I need to be.
And feeling bad doesn't do them any service.
Yeah.
So it's like, why are you so adamant on me crying? Is crying gonna make you feel better? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's just a natural thing. Like, oh, someone dies in the family, you have to cry. But it's like, I can feel bad and not cry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like for me,
Facts.
I'm in my first funeral I went to, bro. I felt so out of place. Everyone's crying. Everyone's going to cry. I'm like, I just don't get why I would purposely put myself in a situation where everyone is feeling super shitty and it's a terrible day. Like, I don't get funerals. I mean, I get them, I guess, but me as a more logical thinker over emotional, I don't know why I'd ever want to go to a funeral. I don't
Yeah.
know why I'd ever want to put myself in a situation where everyone is feeling bad. I'd rather do like a celebrate your life type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like our mental energy, like I said, we get paid for our ideas. We get paid for being creative. I'm not creative when I'm sad and depressed.
Facts.
So the less creative I am, the less happy I am, the less money I make. The less money I make, the less successful. And the less successful I am, the harder it's gonna be for me to make 10 million bucks and make sure my family never works again. So it's like they may think all I care about is money, but if you let me do what I do, I'll literally take care of my mom, my sister, my dad. So if I have to kind of be the black sheep for a couple years so that my mom never worries about a bill again, I'll do that, bro. I'm willing to make that sacrifice. I'm willing to be the black sheep. I'm willing to be called money hungry or a robot because I believe in my destiny enough that I'm willing to go through that mental hardship because I know that's going to get me to where I need to go.
But don't you think some of that's shock though? Because I kind of had that happen recently, right? I lost like my best friend, bro, and everyone's fucking crying. They haven't seen him in like 3 years, and like we live together, and like I cried like the first couple hours, but then it was just kind of shock where I was just like, no, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I've never had something like that happen to me. I mean, I'm sure something like that happens. So I'm going full cry mode. You know, so I'm never afraid to cry, really, because
it's like a shock, dude.
this is pretty much for me. I bottle up all my emotions. I let it out for 5 hours and I get back to work.
Yeah.
I don't have time to show my emotions every single day. I go to my breaking point, I let it out, and then I get back to work. You know what I'm saying?
I don't show my emotions at all.
So,
It's just hard. It's hard.
but the thing is, though, it's not like we're fucking. I mean, we have fun, we talk about stuff, we laugh, we cry. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't think it's too bad. It's just to the average person, not showing emotion for everything that happens, it's weird to them. But to me, we just cannot afford to waste time dwelling on things that happened in the past. I can do it maybe to make you happy, but it's not gonna make a difference to me.
yeah.
You know, so and that's something I went through recently. You know, with all the shit happening, I had a hard month. You know what I'm saying? So I had a lot of time to self reflect and just think, man, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a pretty happy fucking dude. You know what I'm saying? But the last all that 3 shit I mentioned that happened to me, bro, I was like, holy fuck, dude, being unhappy sucks. I'm just like, bro, I just wish I wasn't unhappy. I'm just waking up unhappy. Like, bro, depression can be real, bro.
Yeah,
And luckily my shit is like I have such like rich people problems. Oh man, I gotta get a new office. Oh man, my Tesla's, you know what I'm saying? But think about people that have real problems, real issues that are not just solvable.
And
That's
things
why
that
there's
are
drugs,
long
bro.
lasting.
Bro,
That's why there's drugs, man. They work. That's why people are addicted.
That's why people smoke and drink and hang out with loser friends all day, because the more time they can spend not thinking about their actual life, the less pain they're gonna feel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's real shit.
That's a gold nugget right there.
But anyway, next question, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
We went Dr. Phil for a second.
Oh
Next
God, bro!
question.
I'm telling you,
I
bro.
forgot. Honestly, the questions are good.
Let me see if I have one question.
Yeah,
that
I've
I
been
wanna
reading on my
answer.
shit, bro. Let's get into
Because
one of yours.
this dude wanted to know about reselling. So, because this is a question I don't really answer that much. So my boy Destroy Keyshawn asked, let me see, getting started in the business of reselling. An example, the requirements. What do I need to know? So like with reselling, a lot of people feel like you have to have a lot of money. They think you need $5,000, $1,000. To be honest, I started with $200, and it was off a pair of shoes that my grandma, she bought for me. They were ran down. I played outside in them, whatever. I ended up selling them for $200, right? And then as soon as I saw that I made money off that shoe, I was like, damn, I could do this with brand new shoes and other used shoes, right? So the requirements that I say you need in today's time is you just need to have an Instagram, that's where you ask the question on.
Yeah.
And then you just need to have at least $100. Nowadays, like you could buy, I know somebody who buys these things from Canada. It's like a water bottle. They're at World Market. She buys them. She's in my group too. She buys them for $200 a set. Sells them to people from Canada who live in the United States for like $500.
The whole set.
The whole set.
Oh wow.
And she sells them $300 profit. They're just rare here, but those people are old. So she knows her market, right? She knows who to target and she knows who to hit up. She has this client who buys them every set. $500, she makes $300 profit minimum. So, and that's all you really need. You just need to know how to use Instagram, how to use Facebook, how to basically manage your money. If you make $30 profit, you don't have $30 to spend. You know what I mean? Like, don't spend your profit, reinvest your profit.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as you do that, like, you'll be fine.
And just scale, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, answer, like, let's say for wholesaling, like, what requirements do you need, or e-com?
I was gonna say I was still gonna like stick to reselling because I was like, in my head, I feel like reselling is the easiest way to come up.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I was broke and had no money, I had like a 680 credit score, like not even like a good credit score. I applied for a Discover card and they accepted me. They gave me $1,000 worth of credit. And like I remember when I got that credit card, bro, like I got like this wave of like hope. Like I just felt so like empowered because I knew with $1,000 when it comes to reselling, especially shoes, like that shit goes a long way. Cause like when you're reselling kicks, it's like even if you don't have the money, if you have credit, like some type of credit line, you're buying shoes that have literally guaranteed returns. Like if a shoe comes out and you have a credit card and you buy that shoe, you're guaranteed to make money if it's a particular shoe, like if you know what you're buying. So I feel like if you don't have a lot of money, but your credit score is decent and you go and get a credit card, like the first thing you should get into is reselling to build that capital. Cause I feel like you can't lose.
Yeah.
Like if a Yeezy is coming out next week and you have a credit card and you put yourself in the position to where you can buy as much Yeezys as you can buy with that credit card, and then you sell those Yeezys, you're gonna sell them for a profit. Like you're going to make money. Like you're gonna pay off the card and then keep the profit. And if you keep doing that over and over and over again, you're gonna, build some good capital that you can do whatever else you want to do with it.
Facts. And that's crazy that you say that because like there's some people who, for example, let's say Yeezys, right? They retail at $220 plus tax, you're paying like $240. Those shoes, if you could sell them for $20 profit and you're not using any of your money, would you do it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's no risk. Bro.
Yeah, there's no risk, right? There's some people who look at that and they're like, "Oh, it's only $20."
I'm like, how you're
That
broke?
I'm like, bro,
Like,
why wouldn't you do that?
But
You know what I mean?
that's why,
that's
like
my pet peeve, bro. When people that are not in a position to be picky are like, "Oh, that's not enough profit for me."
Yeah,
okay,
but let's say,
then, like, why are you even hitting me up?
but let's say you do that to 5 shoes, right? You're making $100.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you do that?
But
So
that's why, like, when I got my credit card, I was literally like, because before I had that credit card, I had no type of cash. So I was pissed at myself because I was like, damn, even if these shoes drop, I can't buy them. Yeah. So when I got that credit card, it was literally like, damn, like now that I have $1,000 that I can use, there is no excuse if I don't make money.
facts.
Like there is no excuse because if these shoes come out, I have the ability to purchase them. Yeah. And I know if I get them in my hands, I can sell them for more. So I just feel like reselling, bro, like, and if you're in a course like rec and you know what to buy and you know what it's selling for and you have access to credit, then like there's no way you shouldn't make money.
And even if you don't have if you're not at age to get a credit card, the way I started straight up is, I had that $200, right? But to buy multiple, what I did was I asked permission to my mom. Shout out to my mom. She put me as an authorized user of her card, and she had like a $10,000 or a $5,000 limit. So that card saved my life. That's what helped me buy 10 pairs of Jordans and 5 pairs of Jordans. I didn't know shit about credit. I honestly thought at the time I was 15, 16 years old. So I was swiping that card and I was like, I'm gonna just pay the minimum. Yeah. Right? Until she told me no, you have to pay the full amount and then the profit is yours. I was like, all right, bet. That's still free money because I'm not using my money. Mm-hmm. So to all the people, if you're under 18 years old and you're listening to this, right? Just ask permission to your parents, but first start off with your own money to see how it really works and see if you're, responsible enough to manage that. If you can't manage that, then your parents aren't going to trust you. Yeah. But my mom, she saw me start with 200 and then go to, 500 and potentially $1,000 at 15, 16 years old. So when she gave me that okay to use her credit card, it was wraps from there. Yeah. That was all free money. All I had to do was just get the product.
And that's even if you don't have access to your parents' cards, just don't fuck up your first card.
Yeah.
Just don't fuck up your credit. If you don't fuck up your credit, that opens so many doors.
I mean, you can literally get free money that'll help you build a business. You know what I'm saying? And I guess to tie it into wholesaling to kind of switch it up. And I'm about to talking to Will about this, but people ask a lot about wholesaling. Is it really no cash, no credit, or whatever? Obviously, when you're looking to build a business wholesaling, you're gonna have to pay for CRMs, which may be $50 to $100 a month. If you want to skip trace, it's gonna be around maybe 4 cents a lead. So maybe a couple $100 if you want systems and stuff. But literally, what you can do is you can get Mojo Dollar for $45 or $65 a month. Skip trace a little list, or really just drive for dollars if you want to. Skip trace 100 leads for maybe $50 and just cold call. You know what I'm saying? But the biggest thing that people talk about is earnest money. Earnest money is basically what you put down to show the seller that you have intent to buy their property. Honestly, for me and Benny, we don't really put down earnest money, honestly, 'cause a lot of people don't really ask for it, or we'll have a due diligence period where we'll put in the contract that we're not putting the earnest money until the last day of our due diligence, which means that if we're going to back out, we're just going to back out. We're not going to put our earnest money down anyways. You know what I'm saying? But what we can do to get around that is, since we can assign our contracts so quickly, and what we actually had a $16,000 deal I was supposed to close I think last Friday, bro, and it fell apart on closing day, bro. It was one of my partner's first deals, and that was a super tough day. Like, we're all excited, and it's always like expectation management. Never think you're closing until it closes, but we're all excited. We had the HUDs. Everyone was getting paid. It was going to be great, and it fell apart because apparently the buyer bought another property and didn't have enough funds to actually buy ours. It sucked. But luckily they forfeited their earnest money, so they had $2K, and then we got it reassigned, and we're closing it for I think maybe 12. That should be closing the 30th. But what we do is, when we assign the contract to an end buyer, let's say we put down $1,000 earnest money. What we'll do is we'll assign it, and we'll ask the buyer, the end buyer, to put down $2,000 earnest money, and we'll use that earnest money and tell our closing attorney to use that as our earnest. So it shows we have earnest in there, even though it came from the end buyer. So really, to assign contracts, you don't really need, any money. Real estate wholesaling is just a lot about the knowledge and connections you have. You know what I'm saying? And it's insane, because I think wholesaling is one of the most lucrative things ever. Like, I've seen people do, like, Benny's first deal, my partner, was $40,000. This dude didn't know what the fuck was going on, bro. Driving for dollars, found a little shitty house in Snellville. Luckily didn't put an asking price because he didn't know what the asking price was, and someone just offered him $40,000 more. He just happened to find a seller that didn't know shit about what his house is worth, put under contract, sold it for $40,000. I don't know any business where you can have little experience and make $40,000 profit with no overhead. It's insane. A lot of it is just having the knowledge to be able to structure the deal. So a lot of these things, it's not about the capital you have. It's about the knowledge and the education and the connections. And a lot of that can be the education or knowledge to have access to capital. People think when you have, I have to have money. It doesn't have to be your money. It can be OPM. Like, for this deal that we did, we had investors that invested in our deal that made it so me and my partner didn't have to come out of pocket much. You know what I'm saying? And what we did is we offered them a percentage or ROI on their money. So a lot of entrepreneurship is just being creative enough and structuring things enough to be able to make things go, kind of in your way. But what makes me upset or confuses me when people want to get into opportunities, but they don't have anything to offer. Like, for me, I feel like you have to either have capital, right? Or sweat equity, which means the effort to put shit together, or network, connections, or education. Like, if I don't have any money to do a multifamily deal, but I have the network to find the funds, and I have the education to be able to know how to structure a multifamily deal, that's my end to the deal. If I don't know shit about that, but I have good credit, and that's going to help us get a better loan to flip it, then I'm in the deal. If I don't know any of that stuff or have good credit, but I have $200,000, I'm in the deal. But if you don't have any of that, I'm like, how do you expect to get to where you want to go when you're coming into an opportunity with nothing to offer? You have to be valuable, whether it be I have connections, I have a network, I have capital, I have time. My biggest thing was I don't have money, capital, anything, but I have time. I'll drive for dollars. And that's how I got my first deal. I was driving for dollars. I didn't have shit but time. That's all I had. So what did I do? I used all my time to be an asset to people that had the things that I didn't have. And that's what being a business person is. It's being able to be an asset to other people who can help you get to where you want to go. But if you don't have anything to offer, you don't deserve to be in business because you're just the average Joe Schmo. You know what I'm saying? So I form my life around being valuable to people. So for me, hey, man, I can, I have clout on social media. I can help you do this. Or, hey, I have capital. I can help you invest in this. Or, hey, I have a good credit. I can help us get a loan. Or, hey, I have a network of people, of contractors and realtors and this and that. I can help us structure the deal, So the thing is, you got to think before, I always say it's one thing to want success, but it's another thing to deserve success. Everyone wants to be successful. Everyone wants to be a millionaire. But do you actually have the tools and the grit to deserve the success that you want? And that's just the real realization. A lot of people don't deserve success. They don't have anything to offer. And if you have anything to offer, you know what I'm saying?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
right?
what are you doing? That's why
What are you
people
even
come to
here?
me and they're like, yo, Dooley, I want to flip houses. I said, okay, cool. What's your credit? Oh, like 500. Okay. Do you have 30 bands in your account? No, I don't. Okay. Have you ever flipped a house? No. Then what the fuck are you doing? Then why do you want to get into the most cash heavy investment ever with no money, no credit, no experience? It doesn't make sense. Wholesale, drive for dollars. Why start at the pinnacle when you have nothing to offer? You know what I'm saying? And when people have that self-realization about themselves and realize, okay, this is what I have to offer. This is what I need. Now I need to structure it so that I can work with somebody who has what I don't have and I can add what they don't have. You know what I'm saying? So make yourself valuable in the story. And if you're valuable, bro, it makes it so you can't be eliminated from the deal. They say, oh man, we need Dooley because he does this. Oh, we need Dooley because he does this. But if they don't need me,
You're replaceable.
I'm replaceable. And if I'm replaceable,
It's fucked.
then I'm fucked. You know what I'm saying?
You're
So my life
fucked.
is revolved around making myself as valuable as I can to other people who can help me succeed in life.
I
That's
respect
it.
it,
was
man.
End
good.
of story.
I respect it. Shit.
That
Do
was
we
tough.
have any more questions?
Let's see if we can probably get one or two more in. What's the time at? Do you know? Been on here for a minute, bro.
2 hours, 10 minutes.
Let's see. We got one. Let's do one more, man.
Let's do one
and
more.
Let's call it wraps, man. Unless y'all got a good question that y'all. I've been reading on mine.
Nah, I mean, I was gonna touch on I don't know if y'all know who Charlie Munger is, but it's Warren Buffett's business partner. He has a quote that goes like, "The world isn't a crazy enough place to reward undeserving people." Meaning, like, if you deserve success, then you're going to get
gonna
it.
get it,
If
yeah.
you haven't got what you want yet, it's because you don't deserve it. Like, you're just not at that level
That's
yet.
how I think about life. Like for me, I'm accountable for everything. If I fuck up, it's my
your
fault.
fault.
If you fuck up, it's my fault. If they fuck up, it's my fault. It's easier for me to cope with I messed up than cope with, hey, I had no control of that situation,
The sad part is people don't want to hear that. They want to hear you're gonna
They
fucking
don't.
do it, and all you gotta do is believe. And that's where it starts.
Bro. Like you can think and be positive all you want, bro, but if you don't have shit to offer, bro, you're not getting shit in life. And that's in the story,
Yo,
bro.
shout out Duracell. These batteries been hitting, bro.
Sheesh.
I
Yeah,
used to
shout out
drop 'em.
Duracell, man. If y'all want to sponsor us, man, you know the like it.
Duracell,
Facts.
Conreal, and I'm looking for a personal Starbucks.
Slick
sponsorship.
Coke.
Honestly, bro.
Yeah, we need
Someone-
money, bro. we
someone-
got so many
yeah,
brands in here.
Someone needs to sponsor us.
Oh
No
God,
cap.
bro.
We
Honestly.
need a fucking name.
We don't deserve it though. We don't have a goddamn name for this
We
shit.
don't-
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
In
let's
fact,
see.
it's only the second episode we're talking about.
Oh God,
sponsor.
niggas talking about sponsorships.
Yo, bro, low key, this shit hit, dude. The only episode that hit harder than this one in the first day was when Jeremy, or not fucking Jeremy, GA followers posted the thing about your ecom thing.
Yeah.
Dude, that was like 270 plays in a day.
Oh, bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
but this
shit.
one got like 120 on the second day.
Damn.
It's not
That's
bad.
hard.
That's
Fuck
lit.
it, that's real people listening. Fuck, the
Fact.
average view duration was 23 minutes.
Damn, that's a lot,
pretty
bro.
So the average person that clicked it
Yeah,
stayed
because
on
a lot
for
of people just
23
click on
minutes.
for 1 minute and dip.
I
You
know
what
on
I'm
my
saying?
YouTube videos, average view duration is like 4 minutes, and people are like, "Fuck that shit."
It's hard. It's getting harder and harder to keep people's attention, bro.
Bro,
Yeah,
there's
you just got to make things more simple and more like something they already know.
Like, I started understanding, I started doing research on YouTube, and there's a reason why, if you watch good YouTubers, when you're watching their videos, in the middle of their video, they'll be like, "All right, guys, now make sure you stay until the end because
Oh,
at the
God.
end, I'm gonna show
make
you
sure
like
stay to
this."
the end because we got some crazy stuff going.
But
on.
really,
but
we
it
need
has to
audience
be. But it
retention.
has to be crazy though, because
Yeah.
like
Yeah, but a lot of people just be capping though.
yeah, I mean that's why you stop watching them.
Yeah.
But
Here's
when
the
you make
thing,
it, when
bro.
you make it crazy, then it's like, oh shit, he always drops sauce.
And
bro.
it's like the
crazy.
longer you get users to watch a video, the more YouTube pushes it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they want people to stay on there so they can
Yeah.
keep running ads and making money.
Yeah, the algorithm
Fuck
is
your video.
crazy.
It's
See,
people on there.
shout out to Geraldo, bro, because he's helping me out with my YouTube and shit. Like,
Yeah, he's the
giving me
goat, bro.
hella
That's
ideas.
Yeah, bro.
like,
His
he's like,
content's been going crazy.
it's almost like a planner for YouTube. That like that website he uses. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
you're familiar with it. But
Notion.
yeah. It's just like, this is what you need to do for this one. Then we'll go into this one. Then this one.
Yeah,
And
he's the goat.
That's
bro.
crazy.
Yeah,
So what he
he's
does content
dope.
creation full time.
yeah.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, he used to, bro. He was one of my top. He still is. He's one of my top students in REC. This
Bro,
man snap.
Every single YouTube video that I've been posting, he's edited it. Every single IGTV, he's done it.
And editing is no joke, bro.
That's-
Editing can be
that
like,
sticker that I just showed you,
It's a
he
bitch.
designed it, bro. He's
That's
goat.
Yeah,
I'm about to get in
and
touch with
I fuck
Geraldo.
with him because, like, you know, he hit me up yesterday. We were on the phone, right? And he was like, "Bro, I have so many ideas for REC." I heard that shit, and I was like, "Damn, like, that's
Let's run
tough." I was like, "That's tough."
yeah.
'Cause it's
Whenever
like,
someone has like a idea about something that you created, you know, what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's
just beautiful,
dope, bro. Because it's like, you don't hear that every day. Like,
Don't.
I don't hear that from family members. I don't hear that from majority of my friends. It's kind of just like, oh, nice. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it's like
But there's
dope.
nothing
Yeah,
to add. There's nothing
yeah.
to
But when you
collaborate
have
that
something to
on.
add, I love to hear it. So
Yeah.
But you gotta
you know.
remember something though. There's over 500 million YouTube channels, but there's under
What?
a million podcasts.
wow,
There's 500
So a
million
timeshare
YouTube channels.
Take over, yeah.
timeshare will snap,
Especially
especially.
takeover, man. It's nothing but honesty. We're just trying to share the fucking
and
message.
just go
dude.
on every platform. All right, man. Let's get this last question.
Make
out the
sure
way,
that
bro.
last one was like good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
bro.
better be
I'm not gonna say
phenomenal.
there's no good
Better be
questions.
phenomenal, Dooley.
There's not a lot that are stupendous here. I'm not gonna cap. They're kind of related to real estate. If you guys have any that are not real estate related, read them off. But I have,
Yo, what it seems like is we gotta have Dooley back on the fucking podcast 101, damn.
I mean, I would hope so. What the fuck?
we gotta have Dooley back on.
Bro,
answer these
someone
questions.
wanted to know what I rented a U-Haul for. So
Nah, fuck all that shit.
I'm not
Yeah.
even gonna tell him what it is, but I'm gonna just give him a hint.
Okay.
It's cold outside.
Call it outside.
Yeah, it's getting cold. That's
Wait.
it.
Bro, how did they not look at
What
the
the hell is this
picture?
man talking about?
Hey, so he got heaters.
He didn't get heaters. He got like commercial fucking rooftop heaters.
You got heaters, or you got like
That shit was hard.
fucking.
Oh, I thought you were talking
chimney or
about. I
some
thought you were talking
bullshit.
about what you rented the U-Haul for, like what the price was that you rented. I'm like,
No,
what,
no,
nigga? Go on
some-
U-Haul.com. Oh, you're talking about the product
Yeah,
That-
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
okay,
Every time I
okay.
rent a U-Haul, it's a problem. bro.
outside. Okay, you're right. That was crazy as hell.
So, yeah, if he's listening, if he listens all the way to the end, he'll know.
Yeah, man. Stay to the end, which is like
Yeah.
another 5 minutes. All right, so I'm just gonna read the real estate one. It says how to get your first loan to start real estate, or the first step to even get started. This is from APX Media.
Damn, that was the best question.
That
you
weak
had.
ass question, bro.
What? Okay, he said the best question. He said the weak ass question.
No,
so
I didn't
I'm-
say that shit was best. I said that shit was weak.
He
Yeah, I know.
said pick the best.
Yeah, we
bro,
said-
I only have like freaking 4 more, bro.
Yo,
They're
you
all
go
real
to the
estate.
real
bank,
estate?
you see if they'll give
All right,
you a
so
loan.
Okay, I have another one. Okay, I have another one.
Bro,
Yeah.
I feel like we answered enough. Fuck it.
All right, see, I have
So,
one.
wait, you have a
just
question?
answer that question.
Yo, I got one question. How about we play rock paper scissors? Loser takes a fat shot, and we should sign off that way.
Damn.
What?
What?
in
That's
God's
how we
name?
do it, bro. Come
Yo,
on,
he's on.
Dooley.
Honestly-
He's on demon time. Wait, why is it just me and you?
Me and you, and then winner plays.
Okay, bet. Okay, bet.
So winner takes the shot. That's kind of fun.
Yeah. So
No, losers play losers. The
Oh,
fuck?
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Come on, bro.
All right, 1 of 1.
Rock. Wait. Two best hitters.
All right.
All right.
Where we at?
Okay.
You block.
Up for. All right, I gotta be in a camera shot. All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoe.
Fuck
Let's
my
get
life.
it. Rock, paper, scissors, shoe. Nigga, you suck.
Damn.
All right, go.
All right, bro. This should be light.
Loser plays.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's consistent. All right, now.
At least we're in the same shot, right?
All right, so we don't gotta take that shit.
All right,
Yeah,
bro.
fuck it, that's good shit. Ooh,
Damn.
you're dead. Shot
Hey, pour 'em
o'clock.
up, pour 'em
You
up,
shot
pour 'em
o'clock.
up.
You shot o'clock.
Oh
Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry. Sometimes
shit. We want
turn up, turn up.
sponsored by. No, I'm just kidding. But
All
really.
right. No
Isn't it-
chaser, no chaser. So
No
this is-
chaser.
this
He's
is,
different.
This is for a time shared. If you made it this far, then you're experiencing this shot. Shit's ass.
Yo, shout out Lex, Will, Dooley, fucking legends out here sitting down, giving us knowledge here on a timeshare.
Hey, if you
Let's
made
take
it this far, drop down what liquor we should what I should bring next week.
And if you stay this far, listen, 50% off Sidemen University for everyone that stayed tuned.
Damn,
He's
I
going
didn't
to
even
drop the link down below. All right. First 5 people. Stop playing with me. All right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the same thing. I
So
was
go
ready.
down to the link.
Coupon code time shared.
Coupon code. Yes.
Oh.
Coupon code. Put in a time shared.
First 5.
First
Yeah.
5 people, 50%
The
off.
ecom degree code, a timeshare still works for 50% off. Someone copped it last episode.
Yeah, we saw that.
So yeah, that's still
Hey, I
up. So you can
became
still
a-
use
All
it.
right, well,
I became an affiliate believer.
I go ahead and put ATS on my website, resellessentialscourse.com.
Yes, sir.
ATS simple,
Yes, sir.
50% off.
REC
Cop that.
ATF.
If you ever want to get into reselling, let me know. Bet I'm gonna take this
Go on
shot.
and take that shot and sign us up. You had a toast or something for
Cheers.
us? Or?
Yeah, this is to this podcast. Honestly, this
Okay.
podcast is lit because it's not like every single day I get to see Dooley or Will or Charbel.
That's
so,
the most we've seen each other in like
yeah,
months.
It is dope. So
Right. Unless we fly, right?
appreciate this and shout out to everybody who made it this far into the podcast.
Yes, sir.
Well,
All
On
right.
that note-
Sign us off, Charbel.
and just like every other time, my name's Charbel Milan. Today we got,
Lex Montoya.
William Rivera.
Agent Dooley.
and this has been a time shared. Thank you so much.
You're